welcome to 155, a podcast about punk songs.
That was good.
Thank you.
I've
been playing that for literally since the song came out. I was like, one day
Yeah, you're the number one Bite Me fan that I know personally.
Okay, we'll get into that in a second.
I guess we're not there yet. Welcome to 155, a podcast about wifeys.
That's also true.
It is. So this pod is very much about wifeys.
It's about two men slowly becoming each other's wifey, or very quickly. Also, actually,
all things considered, it was a real whirlwind romance. Because it's the sort of wifey levels of the pod are like, we talk about our wives a lot. We are becoming wifey to each other, and in many ways, I feel like the listeners, the Naish, they are also our wives.
Absolutely not. There's no way that our listeners do not have wifey status. But it is true. Something that always happens is you'll ask me my opinion on something. It's not does this make my butt look big, but it is kind of like a sort of entrepreneurial business version of this make my butt?
You'll
send me something and you'll be like, "What's your opinion of this?" And then I'll tell you, and you'll be like, "Fuck, that's exactly what Ashley said."
Yeah, no, it's true. You guys both agree on which pants make my butt look big,
and I love it.
It's quite upsetting.
You're thick. You're thickening, and it's beautiful. Badonk.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's stop flirting with each other so much right now, and instead first do
we can't stop outright.
Called Punk News.
Punk News, P-U-N-K-N-E-W-S.
Punk News. I'm running out of ways to humorously describe it.
All the news that's punk to print, all the punk that's fit to news.
Print is pretty punk, I guess. Kind of the printing.
Oh yeah,
press.
Just ask the West End Phoenix.
Freaking,
of course,
there's nothing more punk than tabling at a event where they have zines.
It's sort of people forget about
in on table. I think I've already done my type 5 on tabling.
But I'm thinking it's kind of like how, in hip hop, like everyone focuses on rap, like that, comprises the entirety of hip hop. Like very rarely in a contemporary conversation around hip hop, do people talk about graffiti or talk about b-boying? And I feel like it's the same. We got to sort of start giving some space to the other pillars of punk, which is,
right. That's a good idea. We should establish the 5 elements of punk.
Yeah. Maybe we'll save that. Maybe we should save this for exclusive.
Yeah, that should be exclusive. But it's funny because a word like tabling is so jargony that zine people use it one way. But otherwise, you would be like, oh, let's, you're having an argument. You're like, how about let's table this issue? And then a punk will be like, how about let's table this issue of my freaking zine?
Oh, there's some good. I can see that, like when you say, but I hear.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go first because I also think it would be so good if you've also had this one, but I bet you probably don't.
There's a chance that I do. I was going to check in with you, but I was like, my news feels more like my news. So unless your news is my news, I think your news will just be your news.
Well, my news comes from scottishfield.co.uk/food
my favorite website.
and -drink -2/whiskey and then the name of the article. I'm not going to give away. Well, I am going to give it away. This is written by Kenny Smith also. I didn't...
let's check him out.
Take it on the journo.
What's up with Kenny Smith here?
That's such a fake name also. It's probably just it's probably a pseudonym to write this fucking Ardbeg SpawnCon. Ardbeg Whiskey will launch a limited edition punk rock. Well, the headline actually just says Ardbeg to launch punk rock limited edition. So that doesn't really explain much unless you already know. But basically, Ardbeg Whiskey, Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, is launching a punk rock edition called Ardcore. I've shared you the link.
Look at this bottle.
Never mind the barrels. It's all about the black malt. Writes Kenny Smith, unless that's coming from the PR. I feel like this is just I don't know much about scottishfield.co.uk. This feels like it's a reprinted PR. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm checking out Kenny Smith. I'm learning about Kenny Smith on representcoms.co.uk, and it looks like it looks like where do you get your news from? You know, and I think he's just I'm trying to get a sense of.
I think he's bought and sold by Ardbeg. But either way, Ardbeg is inviting its worldwide fans to join them for their global Ardbeg Day 2022 celebrations, held annually on the final Saturday of Islay's Festival of Music and Malt. Fais Il is written in Gaelic or whatever. Ardbeg Day is a global celebration of all things Ardbeg. This year, the event falls on 4th June. They write things so backwards everywhere else. With festivities set to take place, blah, 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 to celebrate the launch of their latest palette, quote, puncturing limited edition, Ardcore. The distillery is calling on their rabble-rousing fans, massive fans, to rock up for the loudest event in the whiskey calendar. I mean, it's just all bullshit, but ultimately, you just need to know, taste buds punctured is written on the box. There's like a zipper on the bottle cap for like where you unpeel. I guess what would normally be.
Oh my god! Yeah, they look like bondage pants.
It's so funny, like biting a spiky ball. It says at the bottom, which I don't know what that means. Just kind of someone.
It sounds like that's the way that this whiskey has been described.
Okay. Well, Ardbeg's head
Dr. Bill Lumsden. Yeah, that's a quote. That's a quote.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There it is. Ardcore is a dram that wears its heart on its sleeve. It's black heart. That's not really a punk thing. Have a black heart.
I mean, Joan Jett you know.
Oh, true.
I feel like punks use the black heart more because the red heart is for normals, right?
Created with roasted black malt burnt to hair-raising levels, this spirit is all about substance. Notes of charcoal and sweet smoke make for an in-your-face nose, while potent notes of aniseed and dark chocolate stamp this bottle out as one fit for only the most Ardcore of fans. So folks, check it out. If you're of legal drinking age, check out ardbeg.com and please enjoy responsibly. Or not if you're a true Ardcore punk.
Already you're punk enough. Yeah. Wow. This I just love how you can make Scotch so incredibly not classy.
I know.
It has all of the sort of general trappings of, like that. What do you call that design feature that's like sort of the framing that's just like, I don't know, you just see it at like bars and shit, but they've added a zipper to that too. Like they've just every element has been punked out to the extreme.
I'm trying to think, is Ardbeg like you get it at the superstore liquor store kind of Scotch whiskey, kind of like Glenlivet or whatever? Is it just like kind of like junk?
There's
it's
no
not
way
like high end, right?
Is it? No, there's no way that this is like decent. Like I feel like this is basically like, getting like Russian Prince vodka or whatever. Let's see. I'm gonna look up and see if the LCBO stocks Arberg.
They don't. You can't. I don't think we can get the punk one yet. I mean, I might even get the normal one. Breaking edge for Hardcore. Hardcore to punk my taste buds.
Oh my god! Yes, that fucking rocks. Okay, well this is not the same news as you. So this is different news. This comes from I think Metal Hammer.
This is a big Sam one for sure.
Yeah, this one I was like gonna kind of ignore, but I was like, no, you know what? Because I've brought this man up more times than I haven't brought him up on the pod. That's right. We're talking about Jacoby Shaddix. In an article for Metal Hammer written by Metal Hammer, unfortunately. So there's only so much Googling we can do. Now, this was new. I saw this aggregated a few different places, but the headline, I mean, it's all in the headline. Papa Roach's Jacoby Shaddix, quote, "I am so much more fucking punk rock than Fred Durst." Damn, Jacoby. So it turns out, I guess, inside of this is an aggregated, a bit of a clickbait headline that makes it sound like Jacoby is dissing Fred Durst, but it sounds like there's an interview with him in the new Metal Hammer, and he talks about new metal. Because you have to, if you were ever in a new metal band, you have to say that you weren't new metal and you hated new metal.
Right.
And so this is exactly what Jacoby Shaddix says. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. Everyone was trying to compare me to Fred Durst, and I was like, I am so much more fucking rock than this dude. He's on the hip-hop side.
Hold on. I think you hopped over somehow you accidentally hopped over the most important word in that sentence. He said, I am so much more fucking punk rock than that dude.
Did I just say he's so much more fucking than this dude? Is that what
I think so, or fucking rock or something. I was like,
yeah, I'm just a fucking rock. So
you can add punk to everything we say, really. Anything we say, you can just assume we're adding punk as an adjective at any given moment.
We're doing it in our minds, and you should do it as well, but we could literally do it. Yeah, so at the time when P. Roach was blowing up, he hated being compared to Fred Durst, who was on the hip-hop side, unlike Jacoby Shaddix, who was so much more fucking punk rock. But then, of course, what gets left, because it sounds like, oh, shit, like, this sounds like an article where he's dissing Fred Durst. But, of course, the full quote, I think he's fucking great at what he does, and I dig him.
Of course. Really clickbait. Classic clickbait. Which, honestly, I love. I'm so glad that you brought up Fred Durst because... You know, Georgia was our guest last week. Georgia also is contributing, as always, amazing facts and readings every week. I mean, it's just kind of just so much extra work for her that we really appreciate. But she knows so much.
I'm glad someone's doing some work, so thank you.
She knows so much about Avril Lavigne. And so there's a little Durst tidbit here.
Something that isn't talked about, and a man who isn't on a Who's Dated Who's page, is Fred Durst. Avril and Fred apparently met backstage. I don't know if it was the first time they met, but at the Metallica MTV Icon where she covered Fuel. I can't remember off the top of my head what Limp Bizkit covered, so you'd have to Google for that. But speaking to Rolling Stone last month, Lavigne said about Fred, I mentioned to Fred that I was hungry, like, I want an In-N-Out burger. He had someone go out and get me a whole box of them with fries. I was like, sarcastically, yeah. Then he took a private jet out to one of my shows expecting me to bang him. He was disappointed that I wouldn't even go near him. He was a little pissed that I went to my room alone that night. Asked to respond to Avril's comments, Fred told the Stone Age of Illinois' WWCT Rock 96.5 FM. Maybe she's in denial. I don't really know her, but I guess she's cooler than I thought, since she can just get on and make up some shit and talk shit, so maybe she's as cool as everyone else out there. It's kind of weird, he added. I'm sure I'll bump into her somewhere sometime. Some skate punk party.
Some skate punk party. I guess that's where celebs like Avril and Fred Durst, you know, bump into each other.
I do kind of feel like
in La La Land.
If there was some kind of skate punk party, I could see Fred Durst getting invited way before Jacoby Shaddix. So sorry, Jacoby. I'm glad you got your quote off. I mean, maybe Fred liked that quote too, in the same way that he liked Avril saying.
Yeah, he'd be like, thanks, man. I think that's contemporary, though. I feel like at the time, if you like, at you know, in the early 2000s, if you were having a skate punk party, would you have been more likely to invite Jacoby Shaddix? We don't know because we don't know any skaters, as we've determined over the last week.
It's true. I don't know. I feel like in my mind, a skate punk party is like a whole bunch of divorced 50-year-old Calgarian guys just kind of sharing some Sleemans, actually. It really does. Maybe they'd get Ardbeg. Maybe Ardbeg would actually be good for a skate punk. It's just sure. A skate punk party is very depressing to me to imagine. So
yeah, I mean, do you just sit around and like listen to Millencolin the whole time? Like,
yeah, you like listen to new Millencolin and complain about how like new skate videos look bad because they're using VHS aesthetic and like that's not. They're like. You complain that they're not using 4K drones or something?
Well, and they don't even do full videos anymore, right? It's all just for the internet, right? Little 5-minute clips here and there.
Yeah,
like, you know, what about sustaining a narrative?
It's just not the same. All right, let's goodbye punk news.
Punk news, P-U-N-K-N-E-W-S.
You hear that?
What? Are those your teeth? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's right. I'm trying to bite you.
Hey!
As we start the episode about Bite Me, Sam, real quick, off the top, I wanted to let you know the etymology of the phrase bite me because...
it's been a long time since we dug into the original purpose of this podcast, which was etymological research.
True. Now we're just trying to... Actually, once we establish the 5 elements of punk rock, I feel like that would be perfect for the skate punk party, like in some sad man cave in Country Hills, Calgary.
Oh, yeah.
Put it up on a tin metal sign. In this home, we respect the 5 elements of punk rock. No, you're right. And as I've been listening to this song a lot, and I have been listening to it a fucking lot, and I truly love it. But I've just it dawned on me today, all of a sudden, like, I don't think bite me is a contemporary turn of phrase. Like, are young people saying it? Saying bite me again?
Little kids.
I guess, like,
this feels like bringing back a classic phrase.
This is definitely like a Full House. Do they say it on Fuller House? I don't know. Hard to say.
Maybe. Bite Me feels like somewhere between Full House and
Bob Saget
Clueless.
Actually died by accident, or I mean, that's kind of...
We're gonna save that for exclusive, you know?
Well, according to grammarphobia.com, at least in 2018, a young person was saying "bite me" because it opens with Q. Question, not QAnon. Sorry, I should explain that. It's a question.
Right, a specific type of Q, yeah.
My daughter recently texted "bite me" after I texted a suggestion she didn't care for. While I understand the emotion she intended to convey, I find the phrase not only counterintuitive, but just plain weird. Any idea of its source? And the answer here from this grammarphobia blogger, your daughter was telling you more or less to leave her alone, but you knew that already. What you may not have known is that "bite me" is generally a variation of "bite my ass." Green's Dictionary of Slang says that "bite me," many dictionaries print it with an exclamation point, means the same as "bite me in the ass." The dictionary says it originated on American college campuses in the 1980s and labels it an exclamation of a generally derogatory or dismissive nature. And then it goes on to say that Random House. Like, could you imagine what's going on in the Random House? Kind of all the various happening in there.
I feel like you would go off in the Random House.
The Random House Historical Dictionary of American Slang lists "bite me" among expressions equivalent to "go to hell" or "fuck you," and that are usually considered vulgar. Included in the list are "bite my butt," which Random House dates from 1958, and "bite me in the ass," 1963.
Saying "bite my butt" in the 50s. Bite my butt, Mom. I guess because you get arrested.
I feel like you'd get arrested for that if you said that.
Imagine telling a cop to bite your butt. That's like the craziest thing that you could do back then.
And then imagine if the cop took you up on it.
Damn. Put that behind the paywall, too.
Yeah, I was thinking of making a little eating ass joke, but I feel like I've seen Finn McKenty talking about it this week on Twitter, eating ass.
It's a hot topic.
I feel like it's old hat.
In our circles.
Yeah, exactly. Finn McKenty, we need to consult with Finn on the 5 elements of punk rock. Absolutely.
For sure, yeah. He's already got a video on it.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever said "bite me" ever. I think it's a very funny kind of like a California tubular kind of phrase or whatever. Like, that's
why it feels like cluelessy to me or something. Like, it would have to be in a sort of in a like semi-ironic depiction of like California teenage vernacular.
Yeah,
and it feels like it doesn't even feel like something that Spicoli would say.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's very interesting. But it also just works so perfect in this contemporary Avril Lavigne song. But I've already said how much I love it. And I feel like we talked about this when we used to do the newsletter. I feel like this song was in there. And I remember you were a little lukewarm on it at first.
Yeah, I was super wrong. Sorry. The rest of this article is amazing. Like, there's some sort of anthropological study of teenage boys, and the insult category consisted of gay wad, bite me, doofus, dork, mutt. They quote Wayne's World. "Bite me" appears in Wayne's World, and but according to Random House, I guess the first usage that they cite is in Married with Children. Drop dead, bite me. This is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have to spend some more time with.
I don't think this song is about biting Avril's ass, to be clear. But
I mean, look, I'm going to go ahead and say that's exactly what I think it's about. No, you put this in the newsletter, and I was. I think we were also like really at peak, and I mean we've gone well past it. And I think what I realized is like we're at peak kind of Travis Barker production. I thought at that time, and now what I realize is that like it could be so much worse. And so like I was listening to this song before we started, and I was like, no, this song fucking rocks. Like literally, like as we started, I put this song on my like jogging playlist because I was like, this would be fun to, it basically is like It doesn't even sound like Blink to me, but I was thinking about it earlier, and I feel like it sounds like that Sugar Ray song, has gone out, though all the things that she used to say, all the words that got in the way, but it sounds like Yellow Card covering that song to me. And
wow.
That to me is a very winning combination.
That's
and so I'm very pro. I'm very, very pro this song.
It's okay. So a few little things about the song. Produced by Travis Barker. I agree. Like, I feel like, and also Feldy is on this whole album, and I feel like those two, I feel like this song succeeds in spite of them because they don't really ruin anything. They just kind of are there. Like, it's not like Travis is really going over the top. And what's interesting about Feldy in the context of this song is he clearly loves like nonsensical mouth sounds like na-na-nas or whatever. I actually didn't realize till I opened Genius that she's saying A-O at the start. Hey-yo. I thought she was saying maybe Hey You or Hey Jude maybe or something like that.
I wish it was Hey Jude. It's so funny how all these songs, like you could replace her though with like Mark or Matt Skiba, and it just sounds like any of the generic new Blink songs.
Well,
but it's actually much better.
Here's the thing. We did the Avril listening party without you, and I don't think you've heard the song that's her with Mark, and there's a big difference. They do not sound well together at all.
I'm not suggesting that. No, I've actually listened to this record. I think the record is like not bad. That's my official take.
It's pretty good, but I'm just saying like she shines a lot more than Mark. I also feel like she's sounds a lot more nasal than she used to. And usually people's voices get lower when they get older, but her voice is like going deeper into the nose as she gets older.
Further up. I mean, I think it's I don't know, I feel like the Newfound Glory guy also has gotten more and more in the front of the top of the head. And I don't know if it's just because you lose range, if your throat gets shredded and so you have to go up instead of going down. I don't know.
So
I'm talking about in the face, not down.
The other weird thing about the song is that along with those people and her now fiancé, Mudson, who produced the whole thing, there's also a co-write on this song from Marshmello for some reason. And people have mentioned it. It's written about on EDM.com, but there's no information whatsoever about like what Marshmello contributed, nor is there anything EDM about the song really. It's just kind of like maybe Marshmello was just around, or maybe
I wonder
fun
if
to bite a marshmallow.
That's probably it. I bet it was like Feldy or like with the other co-writer on this. Right, somebody brought something that came from another session. Because there's also Omer Fedi, right?
Oh, right. Who works with like Lil Nas X and whatnot.
Yeah, like co-wrote, fucking Montero and shit. And so, and Forget Me Too. Yeah, so like, I think it's probably more than likely that one of these guys brought something from a Marshmello sesh. And then
in the Marshmello sesh, Marshmello was like, Ayo. Or he was like, L-O, Marshmello, and they're like, oh, I love the sound of those two syllables.
I think Marshmello was you're going to wish I was your wifey.
Wait, is the word more in here? Because that would be pretty funny if there was a s'more. It used to be s'more, and then they took out the marshmallow.
More.
Yeah, you bit off more than you can chew. So probably it used to be you bit off s'more than you could chew. And then Marshmello was like, well, my Hershey's contract expired, so we're not doing a s'more song anymore.
Yeah, so you're like, you can take this to whoever you want.
I don't know. Like, there's not really much about the lyrics we need to talk about, other than
wifey. We do have to talk about
wifey real quick, and I think I've gotten a sense, like loosely, and I feel like people have told me. I haven't seen it directly, but I just have this feeling that there's some anti-wifey rhetoric out in the world that people don't like it. And I just want to say, for the record, I love non-rhyming rhymes, and I like that it's like me, wifey, and bite me. That's incredible. I also think
excellent work.
The word wifey is so funny and like also so dated. It's like bite me is like 80s or 90s dated. Wifey is like 2009 stag party dated. And it's all just like
too recent.
But I love it. And the way she like puts her ring finger out in the video, it's like a hell yeah. Because she just like, it just kind of seems like it's a better version of when adults do an embarrassing dab to intentionally show that they're out of touch. It's like she's just showing her hand literally and also figuratively that like she's old and she still thinks it's cool to say wifey. And I love it.
It is like extremely cool and funny to hear it, but also have it be delivered. Like she's not being funny when she says it. And that makes it so much better. So have you ever called Sarah your wifey?
I mean, I'm sure. I say all kinds of disgusting things constantly. I almost never say something that's not disgusting or intended to antagonize her or anyone else around me.
Or everyone can hear you. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I asked.
What about you? You probably never called Ashley wifey.
I actually don't think I've ever called her wifey.
But
I'm going to start. It feels like a slur. Like, it's something about it just doesn't feel right.
Well, what do you call Ashley, like, buddy or something?
Yeah. She's old pal, you know?
But anyways, yeah.
I call her by her full legal name every time I need to address her. Show of respect.
So did you watch the video before we started?
I'll be honest with you. I listened to it. I now realized when you said that, I was like, fuck, I did not watch the video. So
the video,
I'm going to let the video play in the background while you talk to me about it.
There's not too much you need to know, except that, I mean, there's a mixture. There's a tiny bit of VHS. There's some beautiful 16 millimeter film crackle that was probably put on just by someone pressing Command V for vintage or something. The plot is like Avril's ex lives in a loft that is very comical. It looks like he lives in kind of like a Sarah Squirm style e-girl loft.
First of all, this video is absolutely like sponsored by Jeep.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
like
I was going to mention
a big close up of the fucking Jeep logo off the jump.
That's some classic Avril, loving the product placement, and it's very out of place. But so the guy like broke up with her, and then Avril and her goons, which consists of Travis Barker and then like 5 men who are covered in oil, wearing tutus and carrying large tools, I guess like destroy the guy's apartment and then they rock out. I mean, it's really stupid. But I think it's, it's pretty great. I just can't stop thinking about something clicked for me today where I realized like, I've been thinking so much lately, why is MGK and Travis Barker and Avril like, why do they all dress like the Casualties? Now that pop punk is coming back, they all dress like oogles, like street punks. And it dawned on me, actually, when you walk down the street and you see a normie with like AirPod Pros, like just wearing like a plain shirt and plain khakis, there's a really good chance that they're either listening to like the Menzingers or Deaf Heaven or Wet Leg. And so to really show that punk is coming back, you have to, if you want to like really push it even further, you have to dress like the Casualties. And that's why they had to do this, I think.
I think you're right. There's no other way to telegraph punk, because you're right. Everyone walking down the street, listening to Wet Leg, loving Wet Leg, all the punks that are obsessed. I think like, there's we've effectively integrated into, we walk amongst you. Us punks, I mean.
People are just as likely to be sharing the reductrist links as they are the hard times. There's no different. I mean, I think literally there's like some god-awful overarching parody news network that owns both of those or something. Or they're like a coalition of laughs. So I'm just saying it's all the same. So yeah, if you want to show like punk is back, you have to dress like a cartoon.
You have to dress as punk as possible.
Yeah. So that's why they're dressed
Maybe
like this.
We should start dressing like this.
I think we should. I think our next merch item should be a $600 leather jacket with studs and patches for inside.
It's like, pre-patched and stuff with just like really like kind of funny pod inside jokes and stuff.
But I did want to let you know, now that you've seen a bit of the music video, I wanted to let you know.
Literally, it's playing in front of me this whole time. I'm transfixed.
So listen to with the Watch Together open, make sure the sound's on there. This is Avril talking to, someone about just how much fun it was to shoot this video.
We had, oh my God, I had the most fun shooting this video. I laughed the whole time, like the entire time we were shooting this video. So like I started, so Travis is in the video.
Having a nice time.
And I started the day out.
Travis is in the video.
Falling out of my trailer. Like I open the door and I'm in these crazy heel boots.
I think we kind of talked about this last time, so I feel like it's okay to say it, but like, in the video and then again in this interview, Avril sort of coming back this way and like with this sick sound is so great because it's one of the only things that sort of come back for us in this way that hasn't made me feel old because she looks the exact fucking same. Mm-hmm. Like, when I see like, Mark Hoppus makes me feel old, right?
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne doesn't, like, John Feldman makes me feel old. Now, admittedly, they are significantly older than Avril Lavigne and me, but I'm just saying, like, she, everything about her, it feels like everything about her, because there's no irony to any of this, feels like it's just preserved in amber.
She also, maybe it's because Avril Lavigne, I mean, had we been blessed to be in school together, she would have been 1 year ahead of us, but we're basically the same age as Avril Lavigne, and so in the same way that we don't think we're getting older.
Oh, we think we look the same. Yeah, totally. Okay,
that's probably the depressing reality.
We are aging in tandem, because we both definitely look like pop stars.
I also sure. Like as you started talking over this video, as you do, and I'm not mad. It's fine. it really did confirm to me that whatever this anecdote is that she's telling is so incredibly boring and not funny. She fell out of her trailer because of her shoes. Okay,
stairs.
great.
I opened the door like all the way, so there's just like this hole, and I just like stepped down and like plop and like laid there.
I can guarantee she just like caught her toe a little bit and saved herself. Like she wasn't injured.
You're like, okay, this is my anecdote for the press tour around this. I fell in a hole.
But there's also
like Jackass over here.
The same interview she talks about John Feldman a little bit, and it's really good.
And the heaviness is it's the guitar playing, and that's what like I love about this album. It's like guitars, electric guitars all the way through. Like
she's talking
Goldfinger,
like Jay Baruchel
John fucking Feldman doing his thing and doing it.
Red
so
card.
well.
Oh shit.
And like a few of the records, like in the past, you know, it's like
it's for DTA
you know, like,
Records, Travis's label, which has an anarchy symbol
was
in
like
it.
sort of like scaring people, and there, you know, we just really went. I went for it on this album. I was like, I want to rock out for the whole album. I don't want to hold back. Live guitars, live drums. Say whatever the fuck I want to say and just go for it. Because, you know, like, you can get in your head a little bit.
So
there is like
cool.
a little bit of a game with like record labels being like, well, we need to appease radio. And like, you can't swear. And we can't have guitars. There are no guitars anymore. And like, you know.
Tell that to my freaking
and now, like, we're
guitar collection.
Musically, I feel like anyone can do whatever they want right now, which is great.
Somewhere, I don't know if we talked over it, but at some point she's like, "We got John fucking Feldman," and John fucking Feldman does make an appearance. So there is also she's talking about she doesn't want to appease anyone. She just wants to rock out. She did make ultimately, this song is crafted so well. The octaves of the AO is so good. There's like such nice syncopation with all the vocals. There's like nice. I actually think I agreed with you earlier that Travis always did make things go halftime and then fast, like his formula. But I think it works so well here.
Sometimes it feels forced, but again, like a little bit of space, and not in a context where I think it's also more funny to disagree with you. It's just kind of what the newsletter was.
Right.
This is an instance where his insistence on playing a chorus halftime absolutely elevates the song.
Yeah, like it's just it actually does. If you separate this cultural moment of everyone dressing like the Casualties and working with John Feldman, I think this does actually stand with some of her best singles ultimately in the long run.
I kind of agree. I do with full time. I agree.
So she made a acoustic version of it as well, which I think probably was to appease radio. But rather than just make an acoustic version, it also has a full music video that is fucking psychotic. So I'm going to play you a little bit of the Bite Me acoustic video with our boy Feldy showing off his acting chops at the start.
Yes.
We're going to put you to sleep now. You're not going to feel a thing, okay? We're going to get your teeth all fixed up. Don't worry.
The ex-boyfriend is the dentist and Dr. Feldman.
Well, yeah. So this is
Dr. Feldman, you have a phone call?
I'm in the middle of something right here.
They said it's very urgent.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Great acting. It is the same universe because at the end of the electric video, too, Avril's holding the same tool that she's holding in this one, but with a different outfit. But she's still got the...
the Avril cinematic universe.
Yeah, it's like... This is like the Daniels movie. Everything is random or whatever it's called. The randomness of the multiverse. But, okay, so you're like, she has this thing, like... But she's singing softly. Like, this is what's she gonna do? This is a serious video, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the impression that I'm getting. I mean, that's the song is telling me it's serious, but what's about to happen with this man who's been put under by John Feldman?
The thing about it being serious is that I don't read this as being funny. What happens? I read it as very disturbing.
Okay, so she's now entering the room where her ex-boyfriend has been gassed.
So what's she gonna... Like, is she killing him? What is she doing? She puts this giant tool in there, and then it goes... Look what she did.
Oh my god!
she made like basically a puka shell necklace out of all of his teeth.
All of his teeth. Now there should be blood everywhere, right?
Yeah, I don't think.
This is they're really sanitizing what it would look like to pull every tooth out of a man's mouth with a set of bolt cutters.
I also kind of feel like the narrative of the video peaks early because there's still like 2.5 minutes and a string section comes in. It's like a beautiful acoustic version.
This song is so good though. Like even this context, it's so good.
It's so good. I don't think I realized she had all these forearm tattoos either.
I know.
Are those real? That's some new ink.
Hardcore tats.
She does. Like she just.
That's it. So then she just sings on this passed out man wearing his teeth.
Yeah, I mean,
this is sinister.
I like that it plays with the bite me narrative. You know, his chompers.
Just look at this. This guy's doing a really good job of acting passed out. Wow, nothing else happens.
Nothing else happens. Maybe he wakes. Maybe we get to see his toothless. No, that would be too expensive.
No.
Directed by Modson and Charlie Zwick. Is that what that says? I can't read it. There's too many ads on the screen. Wow. So yeah, I mean that's the acoustic version with the video they don't want you to see. Avril. I mean, what is that? Assault?
Shockingly violent.
Is that assault or what would that be?
Yeah. I mean that's definitely assault. Okay, and it looks like this Zwick character has also done some MGK videos. So again, we're all like, it's like all 5 people in America.
They're all just all putting
in so much work. We joke about Canada
work.
Being small, but you know.
Yeah, the street punk revolution is even smaller. Okay, I think there's a few live videos. They played it live on James Corden, but it was like. I actually think it's Travis's garage because I watched the Pete Davidson New Year's Eve special because I had nothing else going on in my life, and all the videos were shot in the same place. I mean, I'll just show you like 3 seconds of it so you can see what it looks like. I literally think he turned his garage into like a YouTuber
James
space.
Corden set.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the drone is flying around there, it looks like.
Because every band that played on the Pete Davidson thing with him drumming, it all just cut to there. But I wanted to check out this one instead. This is on America's Got Talent Extreme or something. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It's pretty extreme. Oh, that's what it means.
Okay, sorry. There's just guys doing
There's like
jumps on motorbikes in front of them. What the fuck? This is so
like
extreme.
Explosions.
Look how extreme those pants are.
Their pants are so extreme. It says featuring Nitro. I don't know if Nitro's one of the backing band guys or if that's the name of the bike team.
Yeah. Yeah, because it says Nitro Circus, right? So
yeah, it could be. It also seems like there's literally not an audience whatsoever. Or are they?
There's a lot of fake audience. These guys are jumping again. This is amazing. This is what all concerts should be like.
Yeah,
so there's definitely a crowd there.
This is so sick.
Who's it? I wonder who's the band now. Like, who are these other guys?
I don't know, but the bass player's doing all downstrokes. It's tight.
Yeah.
I was also trying to think, because April's opening for MGK in Toronto, not in Montreal, but I wonder if Travis is going to be on that tour, just like drumming all night, because you can't do Blink right now.
I kind of had no interest in that because MGK is just like too annoying, but now I feel like I gotta go. You should come.
I should.
It's like pretty close.
MGK's annoying in a good way.
We're due for a hangout.
That's true. That is true. We should do a pod. So that's kind of the. It's kind of the. When is it actually? That's when
we're just like making plans live on the pod. It looks like it is.
Can someone get
July
us backstage?
8th, Wednesday. Who wants
Should
that?
I fly to Toronto from Montreal?
You should definitely.
Fly home after.
Wow, the tickets are expensive. The cheapest seats are because I guess it's sold out. We're looking at $125, like plus.
We need good We need good tickets though. I think if someone's listening, can get us like backstage or something.
Yeah, if you're like in the Avril Lavigne or MGK camp, you know, and you just listen to this podcast, you could hook up Josiah and I. That would be great.
That'd be great. Okay, I need you to vamp for 1 second because I'm going to blow my nose because I think I have allergies. Maybe I'll be right back.
Or maybe you still got the vid.
Maybe.
Oh man, I think I've talked about this before on the pod, but I have seen MGK live and it was great. And obviously we've talked about the Avril live experience and it was great. I wonder if he's muted himself because I can hear him sneezing and it's fucking disgusting. We had to move the day that we were recording this episode, and Josiah accused me of bailing on him to see the Hold Steady.
Are you seeing the Hold Steady on Wednesday?
No, I'm not seeing the Hold Steady on Wednesday. But I googled. I was like, is there a Hold Steady show in Toronto that I don't know about? And what I realized is that they had rescheduled dates from something that was supposed to happen, like at the very beginning of the pandemic. And so, thanks to your cruel mockery, I do now have tickets to see the Hold Steady.
Oh my god! I also thought that I muted my mic and I didn't. So
I know we all heard it.
You heard that?
Nasty.
Oh my god! You're really
got some mucus up in there, right?
Airing our grievances on air. That's some wifey shit right there. We got to deal. We got to get it out in the open.
Exactly. We're just mining our all of our relationships for content. That's all it is.
I know because of our schedule, there's quite a few covers to get through, and there's quite a lot going on. However, I kind of want to see how long we can hang with this video. This is called "Watch Me Color in My Avril Lavigne Bite Me Drawing." It is 30 minutes long.
Okay.
It kind of explains itself, really. I mean...
Yeah, is there any other context?
Let's see. This has 5 views. It's from 2 days ago, and there's 1 like. So that's pretty much... Hunter Lords uploaded it. I mean, it's a great drawing. I love the drawing so much.
Welcome to my channel. Yeah. This is Hunter Lourdes. Please like and subscribe, and keep watching for more... artsy, astrological, tarot reviews kind of content.
Great
and
drawing.
I'll be
kind of looks like
coloring
a
in a drawing that I did not draw for you on camera.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite drawing, my new favorite Avril Lavigne drawing.
She didn't draw it. She said
I had so much inspiration and I guess genius coming through. I thought to hey, while you're drawing, you should do this on camera, and I'm like, nope. I just need to focus properly without the weird funny angle of the tripod.
Okay, I misunderstood.
But they did the drawing off. They didn't want to sully.
Right, I see.
I know that's I've always wanted.
I wonder what's scribbled out at the bottom text-wise.
Draw a drawing of Avril Lavigne from Bite Me.
It looks like
and I tried,
tonight?
And when I originally tried, it was a complete disaster. She looked.
It looks like TOGEH.
Yeah, maybe it was a typo.
The girl looked ugly and horrible. So, but then I just how would you try it again?
Do you think she just talks for the full 30 minutes? I think she does.
This is amazing. So
I hope so.
I almost gave up on this one, but
I'm
it's
trying to
absolutely amazing.
what else?
So
this channel is mostly
I'm just going to remove the pencil display here. I'm so excited about the colors. I just wanted to
Hunter
draw
Lordes, bright, authentic, weird and edgy, homeschooled individual, artist, writer, freethinker, tarot deck reviews, mysticism, astrology, archetypes, and ancient
erased
wisdom.
all the pencil away.
Playful and spontaneous content for all ages.
Pure pigment liners. So
sick.
There's a review.
I can't wait to see how this drawing gets colored in.
She hasn't even started yet.
So I'm going to try to make her look slightly less pale, although her face is very pale. So I'm just going to
she's not colored in yet. Of course she looks pale.
So
again,
for
this outfit.
There was an edit.
Tone I'm going to be using this cream beige.
I guess you could theoretically just drop a crayon on and it would look like an edit, but that did look like a jump cut.
Palest.
It did.
But I just wanted to make this look less pale. So I'm not going to keep putting my hand in the camera. That just looks really bad.
Okay, there's cuts here.
There's cuts. Coloring that in.
Wow. So she must have been coloring for quite a while.
Is that the Avril logo, the sort of crossed out heart, or is that just like a kind of? I
wanted to make sure this picture when I was drawing it.
I feel like when I sort of glance at it, it looks vaguely like the fucked up logo.
It's a sigil or whatever.
It's like
yeah, exactly.
It's the Avril sigil.
Avril Lavigne doesn't really have like a tiny nose, It's kind of like a bigger sized nose. Yeah, and a cute nose, but I've noticed a lot of noses that look amazing in my drawings actually are on the big side.
That's a pretty normal nose.
So I'm putting a little more color here on
this drawing is more of a skeleton kind of nose.
Speaking of noses.
Yeah.
So So I just wanted to make this look more realistic.
Do you think she's going to do like? Because I feel like Avril's hair, like that James Corden video, that sort of fiery orange at the end looks pretty good.
Oh,
she's very pale in the music video, but now I am committed to adding pink to the
Sounds
faces.
like she's going for the music video look. What's her hair like
my
in
drawing? So I'm adding this basic pink just as a lightweight.
Oh yeah, that's where you got the sort of like it looks like pink orange kind of ends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised she doesn't look more hard on the face.
I really think we gotta
in that song
like look at even just like look at this because if someone tried to draw you would just look like a guy.
Very little
and same
blush,
with me, right?
and
whereas like Avril visibly you're like, oh, she's drawing a punk.
She doesn't look
and I think
hard
that's what you and I need to look like now.
Why don't we?
There we go, more balanced, right?
While I agree with you, I do wonder. I wonder if you have pen and paper on your desk.
I'm gonna sharpen this pencil. We're back.
I do, yeah.
Here, let me just.
Do you want to draw? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, I was thinking, why don't we just see what would happen if we tried to draw each other?
Oh shit! Okay, cool. I'll do that.
But let's.
In this.
No, I'll do that. Like, I'm trying to think of like what you're defining.
You could do a Google.
Facial.
You could do a Google image. We can use.
No, I think we should have to draw each other from memory.
Premium Amazon Basics.
Yeah. It should be from memory.
So.
I mean, that's different than what Hannah Lord has done.
Sometimes her eyes look
okay. So
gray,
let's fine.
I just
Google image
with
search
that dark
each other.
makeup.
Yeah, I think
her eyes need to be very crystal blue, so it doesn't look too dark.
When I Google image search you, because all you do is like
are a
post,
huge thing. I express emotion.
Like
her eyes look a little sad in this picture. Somebody
Facebook
commented
groups or whatever.
I
Like that's what
agree with
the
that.
images are.
Oh, really?
Okay. This is good. So the photo I get of you.
But yeah, the eyes are a huge part because they express emotion and life in my art. It's like a channeling energy through the eyes.
Perfect.
Linked to a photo of you.
Perfect.
Remember what I said about the pale lips?
Okay,
yeah, well, I'm not.
Were you ever like good
at
drawing?
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I actually used to really want to be like a cartoonist a lot. I'm really good at drawing Homer Simpson and like Ren and Stimpy and stuff.
Honestly,
but I've always hated coloring.
So I'm not.
I've always hated coloring and shading.
What? Is this not even?
I'm not good at drawing anything, so this is going to be in my mind. This looks like a Kurt Vonnegut drawing, but like it doesn't.
Draw. This is actually very perfect.
I guess because you have some good defining characteristics. You got the widow's
a white crayon on top of something,
and then
you try to put another color on top of it,
and it doesn't apply. And you're
like, what? And you don't even know there's white crayon on top of that. That's just
like you look really old. Like I've drawn basically like an old cop.
This is amazing. I just wanted to make just wanted to describe her outfit.
I used to like drawing, but I'm just
I'm not good at it. The tips of her hair are dip dyed pink. I thought they were dip dyed like fire engine red, but turns out it was actually just like a hot pink, like a color she's applied to her hair before.
I have pierced ears.
And then she has this like plaid
you actually have pierced ears?
With these big chunky words.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever
glued to it or something like that. A blue plaid skirt
for a long time.
And then huge, tall, over the knee combat boots.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Spikes around her arm. Red, black, and white armband.
This is bad. This is really
she's not doing the finger. Please understand that. Spikes on her black biker jacket, skull, and fire. I kind of applied there.
I realized I think I hadn't put enough hair on you,
and
I
was
making
letters
you
of
look
the
bald,
title.
and I was making you look older.
See that? And then
when in fact you do have a very strong.
And then
my hairline's fucking me up lately.
Chorus.
Is it? In what way?
Yeah, and then we're gonna get into
every time I shave my head, I'm afraid that my hairline's. Oh,
that's something new that's happened.
Yeah.
So you want me to like send you a photo of this?
Color it in.
Sure. Yeah.
Are you done? Like, should I spend more time on it?
Do a little bit longer. I mean, we have 30 minutes till this is done.
And I'm actually going to get a test sheet out of some scrap paper.
I guess, like, I was sort of drawing you in the outfit that you're in this photo, but maybe I can, like take some liberties.
OCHRE. Then this one's called Light Orchard. And
are you doing a full body shot?
Before, kind of not, but
I guess Avril was like a full body situation, and part of the impetus.
I'm going to just test them out right now.
So I am going to draw you so you can see how boring and
all these failed drawings that just look really bad. I just use them for test sheets. So
something is happening here now. It's oh my god! Why is it slapping back for me?
The audio?
Yeah. It's like the video's gone on too long. Are you unmuted and watched together or something?
This is like a cheddar cheese. No. This is definitely too yellow.
Oh no!
I haven't looked at her drawing in a little while. Oh wow, she's done almost nothing.
Her hair looking like mustard and ketchup with the blonde, and then the red, and then the red here. So I hope this is the right color.
Here, I'm gonna make you like wear a cool shirt that people will like. Oh no! Fuck! I fucked this up. Hold on, I got it.
I know. I have another pack of.
Okay, I think I'm done.
In my
Are
head,
you done? Well, no, you
always
slowed
end up
me down,
calling them
so
Versa Magic. I mean my Prisma. I have some Prisma pencils,
okay, no, I'm good.
which I believe will have a very light,
okay, I think I'm good now.
mellow yellow
You want me to
kind
like
of
send
color
you a
here.
photo
So I'm
of this
just
or
gonna apply
whatever?
this here again.
Okay.
Take
And then I guess we'll share
normal
these.
pencil eraser and erase most of this color off to fade it a lot. It's a light color anyway.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get those Versa Magic.
Yeah, I need to work on it. I need to work on your head shape a little bit. It's not really.
Like that, drop. I'm gonna get my
I made some bad decisions with the
Prismas.
head shape.
Okay, I got out my Prismas.
This is probably not the worst decision you've ever made.
Which look
nailed
like the
it,
kind of blonde I want. These, yes. So I have pale marigold, morning light, and pale marigold. Oh, I guess I have a double of that.
Holy shit!
One of those.
Oh my god!
By the way,
That's shockingly good.
this is my Prisma
It's an
color.
Oasis shirt
So
that's
it
crossed
doesn't seem
out.
like it has a name brand of
Justin
Prisma color.
Bieber.
Yeah, I realized because
72
I feel like
oil-based colored pencils.
when we
It's
had
almost like a-
Bill
They
Verstein on the
work,
pod, he was
they'll
talking
work.
about
I'm just not
spotting you
sure
wearing
if
an
I am
Oasis
using
shirt, so
them
that
the
was
way
in
they're
my head.
supposed to be,
But then I was like, no, you are
it's
known,
really
you're
great,
famous
so-
for your.
Yeah.
You've kind of turned it into like
Oh
a
my
jersey
god,
though,
okay.
too.
These colors
Yeah, because I
these
started
colors
to
work
base
so
it off
much.
of
So
this
morning light
this photo,
is really like that mellow
which is
yellow.
why
It's
it
that
has
true mellow
yeah.
yellow
When you were
color.
a
And
speaker,
pale
Oh yeah,
marigold
it's true.
Had a little more
Canadian
of,
Music Week. Wow, this one of me is really good. This is cool. I've never had a cartoon of
but it's
myself.
not like cheddar cheese kind.
I don't know.
Not good for
There's
blonde
something
hair.
odd about it.
So I'm
It's
gonna
off.
start
It's
from-
You
really
look
unsettling.
You look like you're
Morning
like
light color?
55 in it.
I
That's
took a
exactly. I was
regular
like,
pencil and then faded
my
this color.
chin
See?
is like really disturbing. Like I can't.
I kind of like fucked up the chin and then turned it into a hoodie, but now it's like even less
I use them when I'm like, oops, I don't have a
Wow.
color in
I mean,
my
rude,
Amazon
but
Basics,
sick.
you know?
all
I
of
do
this
look
that's
really
happened. She's not done anything to this Avril Lavigne
But like
picture.
the blending with like,
Yeah, it's like the hair
you
is
can
like a
make
little.
white out
We've
of
done a
this, or
whole
that just the
drawing.
way
Well,
these
Should we
like,
skip ahead? Or?
yeah, skip ahead. Let's see what happens.
I'm just gonna put these two
Oh, there we
pencils.
go.
Okay.
The lyrics are on Avril's
So,
miniskirt. That's cool.
Next. I mean, either
Yeah,
way,
let's-
she's
I mean, I feel like we got to start dressing like this.
Yeah, we really do. It's time.
Like if anything, I will say at least like your drawing of me, I'm like that's cool. If I saw that person, I'd know that they liked the Raptors in the Hold Steady.
Why is her hand like chopped off at the end of this? There's like a bloody stump where her hand is. So that's the craft corner of the pod. I think real quick before covers, there's so many reaction videos to this. There's so many horrible reaction videos, people talking about it. There's a New Zealand vocal coach who analyzes the singing, and I'm like, you shouldn't be allowed with a New Zealand. That's not fair. Like you don't even know how to talk.
Not right. Yeah.
But anyways, I thought real quick we should just take a
They
look.
shouldn't be allowed in the discourse.
It's too much stuff to get through, but I think we should check out this channel called Still. Well, actually, I don't remember what the channel is called, but the video is called Still Rockin'. There's a. It's called Two Old Dudes.
Is this just me, or does this feel mildly threatening?
Check out these guys. Two old dudes react.
Hey guys, I'm Lee.
I'm Michael.
And we
I can't
are
tell
two
if we've
old
watched
dudes.
I know
So,
that this
Lee,
before, but
you
I feel like
going anywhere
every
for
guy that
Thanksgiving?
owns a studio does this.
Yeah, going to the casino.
It's like the same format of like
You're not
guys
gonna
this
give
age
thanks?
who
Yeah,
have a
I'll
whole
win.
setup.
I don't think we've ever seen these two old dudes because
Bring me them chips,
they're
man.
like using
Hey, speaking of things, hey,
high-end
we want to
gear.
thank
Look
all
how
of you
good
guys
this
out there
looks.
for watching, getting us to 10,000 subscribers.
I can't wait to be
Huge
old enough to wear
milestone for us.
sunglasses like
Honestly,
this.
Honestly,
every time I'm
never
in
thought
front of
anyone
people.
would watch two old dudes. So
You think that
we
when
really
we're two old
appreciate
dudes still
it.
doing
All
this,
your
you'll be the
comments,
long-haired
your
sunglasses guy?
suggestions that we
Probably.
get our stats
100%. Yeah,
accurate.
there's like, do you think it's going to be
Yeah.
Thank you
you?
so much.
I'm gonna, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna get
Thanks for
increasingly
getting us.
conservative
All
with my
right,
look,
Perry.
and you're gonna really
Got
start.
a good song for us
I'm gonna
today.
Rochelle.
Yeah, and I'm also going to be like more because I think ultimately I am maybe more
The artist is
not vain. I don't know what the
April
where it is, but like I will wear sunglasses because I'm like I don't want anyone to see how fucking old my eyes are. You know, like I'm going to be more that guy.
Yeah, I have one of her.
Somebody handed them an envelope that said Avril Lavigne. They didn't even know what they were going to do.
It was because
so there's like a crew.
Surprisingly, it's really rock and roll. She is.
She does some really cutting edge stuff.
She does,
but. Man, she's still around. That's like really awesome. How do you got to be good to stay relevant.
Don't mean to insult her fans. We just hadn't heard her name.
No.
And the name of the song.
It sounds
very
like it's kind of wasted.
Title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bite Me.
Okay.
Damn. Awesome. So okay, these guys definitely remember Bite Me as meaning bite me in the butt.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. Car troubles.
That big
like Jeep paid a little money for some product placement.
I mean, this is basically we are too old. These guys are just the exact commentary that I offered earlier.
We're rocking out though.
Check out these guys. That's a very bad man. They're just having a great.
Is this just me, or does this feel mildly threatening?
It's a cross between a Clockwork Orange.
I'm really trying
and, what was that movie, The Warriors?
all of my words so I don't sound
this is
like
Avril Lavigne, rock and roll.
Yeah.
I remember. Let's see.
He actually sounds like John C. Reilly, the guy in the left.
Oh, totally, yeah. Like drunk John C. Reilly. They're loving it. They are just like
They're
that.
absolutely loving it.
Can you taste it?
I love these two old dudes.
I mean, yeah, of course we do. They are.
Somebody did her wrong.
This feels like a little revenge fantasy.
That's two old dudes. How about we take a quick little pee break, and it'll be a punk pee break because everything we do is punk, and then we'll check out some covers.
You have no idea. My pee is too punk. Actually, that's the problem.
Do you have a kidney stone? Like a stud?
I gotta get that checked out.
Nature's studs. Kidneys.
Yeah, truly. Kidney stones are nature's studs, eh? Got that bullet belt inside me.
Before we get into covers, how about a word from our sponsor, Patreon.com. The guys from Pamplemousse invented this app where you can give money directly to us or to the Ukrainian army or to, I don't know, who else is on there? Probably some other people.
That's it. It's a 2-client platform.
And that's the way we were lucky to get in when we did. They closed the doors, but so you could go patreon.com/155pod. And put in.
I mean, if you go to patreon.com, there'll be 2 options.
It's true. You just click one or the other.
Ukrainian army.
Maybe it is. Maybe it really is kind of a fork in the. It's time to choose a side between those two parties.
I think so. That's it. Like if you sort of sat on the sidelines, like.
One of the worst impromptu ad reads ever. That's why we need someone to. This is why this is really an ad for buying an ad on the pod. No one's ever done it, and we will take your money and do something better than this if you want. Or not.
Well, no, that's the problem is we won't. So that is what you're getting.
That is what you're getting.
Please do it.
To start off, I'm gonna kick it old school and kick it off with a nightcore bite, or should I say a bitecore night?
Oh, you could say that. That's interesting.
I won't say it.
You should've known better to fuck with someone like me.
There's some sort of animated dessert in the middle.
Yeah, I can't tell what that is.
But
it's a button or it's dessert?
I think it's like. That almost looks like a tiramisu or something. I'm sure it's like we're just too white to know what it is, but.
This is great though.
This is uploaded by Pudding Nightcore. Yeah, see, it's pudding.
Oh.
And then like the rocker anime girl wearing a Megadeth shirt.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, this fucking rips.
I feel like that's the best. Like that speed really cooks.
That fixes because your problems with this are tempo related. So
yeah. I have tempo issues for sure.
He has issues with finishing too quickly, folks.
Hello.
Swan up next. SUAN is the name of this group. Swan, not Zwan.
And not swans.
No, definitely not swans. But you know, SUAN. I'm trying to see. It says, "Welcome to Big Stone Music, our music channel specializes in covering songs from different music genres such as K-pop, pop, Latin music, and so on." I think this is perhaps Korean, but yeah, this is Swan, SUAN.
Yeah.
You should've known better to fuck you someone like me.
Some cool camera work in Big Stone Studio.
I wish I was your wifey.
Fun wifey kind of like.
Drummer's wearing a Mark Gonzalez sweater. I can't figure out what that guitarist's shirt is, but it's sick.
I thought it was Soundgarden.
It looks kind of like it's a horror movie or something.
Yeah, I thought it was the cover of like Super Unknown or whatever.
Oh, maybe it is. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Can you taste it?
Oh, that organ?
Oh, see with that organ? Really kind of sounds like the Hold Steady.
It does. I think I've heard the Hold Steady.
I can see Craig Finn saying wifey.
Ew, see?
But like, you know, as a character.
So you only like it when a bald man says it, but when a woman says it, all of a sudden it's cringe.
Of course. Yeah.
Well, there's another piano on the other side? Oh, that's sick.
Very busy with piano.
Shout out to SUAN, Swan. That was cool. I liked it. Guess Sam doesn't care enough to say anything about it. So
no, it's because I had liquid in my mouth.
We'll just fucking move on. I guess Sam just
Listen,
hates
it was good.
Yeah, I agree. JD Strider is next. This is I think a YouTuber. Stranger Things on there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. Okay, the thing about covering the song is even when I was singing at the start, like, I don't think, it's not falsetto, but it's just like the top of the scale. To hit that like high octave singing, you got to really push it. And JD Strider, to use parlance that is too recent to make it seem extra dated, understood the assignment. Check this out. I think he has a hymn tattoo in the center of his chest.
Whoa! Oh, wow!
People just be wiggling the camera around all over the place in these rooms.
It's like he's sort of industry, like some of the kind of like also like industry planty versions of like people. Like I think he looks like that dude Youngblood, maybe.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, totally.
Also, this isn't really much of a pop punk song at all. It sounds like Emo Night, and it sounds like Third Eye Blind. And you said it sounds like Sugar Ray, which I think is... It's not a pop punk song.
It's melodically, it just... There's like a very Sugar Ray...
yeah.
It does the same... Again, Sugar Ray X Yellow Card to me.
Mm-hmm, totally. But it's not like pop punk, really. It doesn't sound like... It sounds like New Blink, as you've also... I'm just saying all the things you've already said. Listen to how smart you've been this week. And
yeah, tell me more. Tell me more.
That next is Sabrina Vaz. And this is like I think... she's watching one of her... I think this girl's really popular for doing music video recreations on YouTube. She even she even got the Jeep.
Damn. Yeah. Different Jeep, different guy.
She has 500,000 subscribers.
Now, you gotta know the top of your ranges. I feel like we keep hearing the key change based on...
yeah, it's true.
What someone needs to hit the hey, yeah.
But see, she's even got some guys with like weapons to go threaten this guy.
You guys just like walking down an alley in some city with a bunch of...
I wonder what city it's giving me a little... I'm getting Calgary vibes, but it's probably not Calgary.
It looks like Canada. It looks like Canada.
ASMR beauty lifestyle vlogs is typically her stuff that she does.
And you know, does it say where she's from?
I can't figure it.
Very disturbing.
She's like an Instagram model. She has an OnlyFans. YouTube girl Vaz on Facebook. I don't understand where it says like a location. She just seems like she lives inside of the algorithm.
Yeah, she lives inside of her Jeep.
That's true.
Seeing so much Jeep product placement really reminds me of the Jeep ads that we made that I know I've talked about here before, but it's like really, really beautiful, beautiful memories of Jeep.
What? I don't remember your Jeep ads. I remember
Have
when...
we not talked about this?
I remember
when Exclaim...
Oh, well, I was going to say, when Exclaim, like, had Jeep ads, they, like, put a little mini Jeep beside my name on my record reviews. And there was just, like, a little Jeep there. And I was like, so you guys don't even pay for record reviews.
Yeah, that's what happened was early days of doing Exclaim TV on YouTube, and this was like a long time ago. This was like YouTube was newish, and they offered to sponsor it, but the content was like so scrappy, to use like a kind word, that I was like, if you just put, and we didn't have a way to do pre-roll, so we're just going to like hard code these Jeep ads into the top of the video, and it's like this is going to be fucking terrible, like, you know. Is it actually possible we've never talked about this on the pod?
I think so. And also, just to keep it in the CanCon fam, Sabrina Vaz is from Windsor, Canada. So you nailed it.
Great.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Because it didn't feel like Toronto, but it definitely looked... Anyway, so we convinced Jeep to just, like, let, me film the ads. And so we filmed a series of Jeep ads with myself, with Ashley, with friend of the pod, Justin Taylor, with friend of the pod, Aaron Zorgel. And they aired in front of... And they just gave us a Jeep for the day, and it literally looked exactly like this. And I'm going to try to see if I can find one of the videos where you get a Jeep ad, because they're, like, absolutely deranged that they ever let this, like this is like official Jeep advertising. So I'll find these and we will come back to
That's so cool. Well, just real quick, at the end of Sabrina Vaz's video, there's like, I guess some behind the scenes and bloopers and stuff.
Be a little more like you know, and also don't smile at all. Be like serious, like you're upset at Jeff.
Come on, like it's just crazy. Come on, like I wouldn't do that.
These people are so Canadian.
You should. Did I do it? Yeah, you did. One more time.
So yeah, I don't know. There's.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. I found the Jeep ad that Justin's in.
Oh please, please, let's see.
Which does include Junior Battles. And so again, this was like on Exclaim. These were official Jeep ads. Jeep paid us to do this. I got to drive a Jeep around all day. Ashley and I filmed them.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Oh hi, it's me, Justin, from Junior Battles. The only thing I like more than listening to recordings of myself playing music are recordings of myself playing music in my Jeep Wrangler. Sometimes I like just listening to my Jeep Wrangler.
Then he turns
the sting is Justin turning down Junior Battles and then listening only to the sound of
oh my god,
of his Jeep.
So
well, I want
good. That's so good.
Oh, hold on. This is here's a classic. This is so again. It was Justin says he's Justin from Junior Battles. I think like anyway. This is Ashley's Jeep ad. This is really good. This is classic.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Ashley from the suburbs. When I'm not shopping at the mall, I'm Jeeping in my Jeep Wrangler.
Why is there so many crickets in the background of the video?
Because I don't know. We needed that. That was our room tone. And this was Ashley in front of Cloverdale Mall.
That's so good. Damn.
Yeah.
Why aren't you working at Jeep by now? That's better than Apple's
I know.
product placement.
This was sort of like I thought this was my moment, but.
Well,
yeah, I'm Ashley from the suburbs, Justin from Junior Battles.
Were you? And what were you? What was you?
I think I was probably just like I might have done like I don't even know if I filmed one myself. Aaron Zorgel did millionaire music composer Aaron Zorgel. And the only one they didn't approve was that we had our friend Chantel shoot one. And she's like literally is a professional wrestler. Like she was in the WWE system for a while, and then she was like in TNA wrestling. And for some reason they cut hers, and then I think we had our friend Claire do one that they also cut for some extremely rude reason.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, Jeep, maybe you're the one who wants to buy some ad space on here. Seems
yeah,
like you got
exactly. We've already basically
fuck Scion
now for the last everyone knows that the true punk car is the Jeep. Is the Jeep Wrangler because they allowed again they let me and Ashley make Jeep ads for them.
Up next is a band called Breakaway Paradise, which I thought was a cool name. It seems like it might be like a cover night kind of band. I don't know. I couldn't really read this one because the singer looks a lot older than Avril. The guitarist looks like he's her dad, kind of, or he's wearing a Halloween costume of a rocker guy. I can't tell.
Yeah. This kind of generally feels like an SNL parody. Like there's something where I expect it to start becoming increasingly surreal.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Cool vocal echoing, though.
Yeah.
Breakaway Paradise, we are a pop punk band from Germany. We make original songs and covers. So it's just German is why it seems like a parody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're like, something's wrong here.
But is there a bass player? Or it's just the... That harmony's a little odd, too. I mean, good for them. Breakaway Paradise, good name, I think. Up next is The Not Okays, which I thought we should probably check out because of the MC Arch. I don't know if you remember, they had a song that involved being not okay.
Well, I thought it was interesting that you were sort of doing another vampire song so early.
Oh, yeah, true.
Now, I know that basically every city in Canada and presumably every English colony or whatever has a Queen Street. But for some reason, having a Queen Street sign up prominently in your house where you're rocking makes me feel like.
Well, Sam, your Toronto-centric view of the fucking world is really showing itself because the Not Okays
said I know that
are from New Zealand.
Okay, again, more British.
I was hoping it would be Toronto too, for your sake.
Thanks, man.
They're rocking.
I know all these people. This is sick. I will say this is a little.
Go ahead.
No, please.
I was gonna say the bounciness and heaviness of this song is doesn't suit itself to. This is one of those quarantine covers where it's jumping around to different people and they're all sitting. And I feel like if you're gonna set up at home, you should be doing some bouncing around or some empowering stomping. You know what I mean? The empowering stomping, that stomp that people do.
This feels like this is a lonely way of performing for sure.
Yeah, there needs to be more empowered stomping. I think.
Empowered stomping. I also just seems funny because I feel like half the band just looks like normal kind of YouTube people, and then there's two other people that are full sleeve tattoos.
Yeah, they're metal.
Yeah, I want to. I feel like these people would look curious just hanging out.
Yeah, if the band was all, maybe they've never even seen each other. Maybe this is an Exquisite Corpse cover. It's kind of true.
This is Smule basically.
Okay, up next is Dana Zyrep, who is featured on this cover from. I just like this one because it's she's in the street, really belting, maxing out. So this is Dana Zyrep and Kai Rohr. Lots of umlauts all over these people's names as well.
Yeah. I just look it I feel like this is when I hear recordings of the pod, the way that her voice sounds, where I'm I think you're sticking it to the wrong end of the microphone. That's what my voice sounds like on this podcast when I hear it now.
So they're in Germany or somewhere, and they're just it says "Stay Metal" on their channel. So maybe they think this is metal, but they're both dressed very business casual with a slight rocker flair.
It's subtle. These people definitely are listening to Wet Leg on their
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everyone looks really it feels like one of those things where right before and right after the camera cuts away, everyone looks really uncomfortable. Like you kind of see them like kind of look away.
Or like, oh my God, I hope no one walks by. Like the Berlin Wall or whatever they are right now. So that was them. I thought it was great. I loved it.
Yeah,
fantastic work. But I wanted to talk to you about how, this song isn't really pop punk, and people are still, God bless them, kind of trying to do like YouTube genre studies on it in a way.
Oh, great.
But for some reason, I feel like with this song in particular, it's the most cursed that it's ever been. We'll start with Soundhoos is the name of this 3-piece. Soundhoos. All one word, all caps, with like some sort of Nordic symbol.
Yeah, the crossed out whatever, yeah.
So Soundhoos. This one they didn't actually say it was going for something, but it's like, I feel like we'll figure it out. They're definitely trying to do something with it, and I also can't tell if the auto-tune is on purpose or not. So I was pretty...
You should have known better than to fuck with someone like me.
Yeah, like
you forever and ever. You're gonna wish you were my wifey. Don't act so innocent.
Like I don't.
Yeah, I feel like it feels like an accident. Like it's making my brain itch.
But then are they trying to do like a Jimmy Eat World version of it? Maybe he was like, after they filmed it realized he wasn't hitting the right octave, so he tried to auto-tune it, and then...
Yeah, maybe. It sounds fucking insane. It's like very cursed.
I kind of love how it sounds, though. It's like a new genre.
Of course you do. Yeah.
I feel like I'm really in the Soundhoos right now as we do it.
You're hoosing.
Is a group that they don't say where... No one says where they're from, ever, these days. And it's really... interesting kind of thing to try to figure out. But they're from California.
Of the world now.
They're playing Whiskey A Go Go, probably paying to play at Whiskey A Go Go, and
they know all about the beige little boxes.
Soundhoos rocks, and that's all there is to it. Brandon's songs have the stadium feel of greats like Queen, and he has the voice to pull it off. Said Kevin Bow, singer, songwriter, and producer. So they've got like pull quotes from people. On their page.
Okay, they got Kevin Bow. Like I would kill for a Kevin Bow quote.
Kill for a Bow. I don't know. That was a really I think they were trying to do something vaguely emo, right? I
think so. It just seemed like one of those things where you're like, I don't know how much music these people have heard. Like to imply that they were going for anything specific implies the idea of like options,
intentionality,
right?
Which is why I think it's like a more pure expression because it's just like the id speaking. Freely.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, this one is a pop punk cover, quote unquote, by BENCU.X. So this is in the genre of pop punk, it says. BENCU.X, Noise and Fans. I don't think this is pop punk though, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like some people's idea of changing the genre of something is just being more operatic and European sounding.
This is all time one of the most strange, like, individual performances you've ever shown me.
It seems like he's wearing a wig also.
Like, again, this feels like a sketch.
Like a sketch where you're like, oh, they clearly have only ever heard of this genre, but know nothing about it.
This guy is so fucking...
What is the pop punk that he thinks he's doing?
But it's just like he's just selling it with so much sincerity. Like he never thinks that he's like kind of wacky and cool looking, I guess.
Yeah, and he is, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think he's also German. This fella, BENCU.X.
I mean, yeah,
you're gonna have regrets for the rest of your life. So that's kind of the genre we know of as being pop punk.
Yeah.
Now, would you like to hear?
That's the pop punk I know.
You know, a genre that is a lot easier. It has less nuance. Is a lot easier to translate directly. I think is the genre of metal. I don't know. Do you want to hear a metal version of Bite Me?
I would love to hear. I mean, I can't imagine how fucking crazy.
Yeah. So this is the metal cover. I'm just gonna find out who did this one real quick because it's hard to. Just my notes are all fucked up. This is Eric Maffetoni did a metal version of it. Okay. So this is metal, the genre of heavy metal.
Okay.
Eric Maffetoni music. I could have just... So there's a interesting metal...
and we'll be together never, so baby you can bite me.
Disclaimer, I know the lyrics don't match at the beginning. This is my producer's fault.
Don't look so innocent. This
I can't... I, like...
You plan this in the
Are they like? Do they think they're doing like a?
Say what you wanna say.
Like, are they joking? Do they think they sound like Bruce Dickinson? Like, what do you think is happening?
Maybe it's like some of the singing is metal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they think. Like it sounds like they're trying to sing like a Bruce Dickinson song, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there's definitely some like operatic atmosphere. I mean,
it's like run to the hills with your wifey. You know.
I feel like when when this happens, it actually explains why all the gatekeepers on TikTok just talk out of their asses and don't know anything about anything, and you can just like say anything is any genre now, and it's fine, and it's
that's
so this
fair,
is metal. I mean, this is metal now.
Yeah, we all agree.
But this one I feel like comes closer, but that makes it even worse. This is the final little genre experiment. This is a 200 BPM skate punk cover, so at least there's like there's a bit of point of view here. They're going for something specific. That might be, will that be more set up for disappointment? This is by Chester Shameless.
Great punk name.
You should have known better to fuck with someone like me. Forever and ever, you're gonna wish I was your wifey.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've heard a skate punk band with vocals quite like those.
And also a skate punk band with the fucking Rickenbacker bass. Oh, this is great.
Definitely. I don't know about that form for the pop punk drum beat.
He's playing on B drums and it's literally like ding da ding da ding da ding da. Like it's just like very light
gentle. Yeah, it's almost like jazz style.
It was very jazzy.
No effects beat
to accompany this beautiful Beatles bass. Like this is the Paul McCartney original here.
So thankfully that's the end of the genre experiments. But there's a few that are a little upsetting. This one is by someone named Nijo, Nijoe, all one word. Mostly I want to play this one because he has
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
I just wanted to point out his his guitar is like a porno guitar. That's why I'm playing it mostly. Also, what is happening with these what is these gang vocals? What is that?
Oh yeah, hold on. Start it again.
What the fuck?
Okay, start it again.
Is that like from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy? But look at his guitar. It's a porno guitar.
Yeah.
There's like all the frets are like kind of like
all the inlays are
they look like sexy mud flaps on a truck.
Yeah, they look like the things you might see outside of a river joint.
Yeah, and then the headstock has triple X.
And he's in, like, here's my question, is this like a basement, or is this just he's also on the TV, right?
Yeah, there's like a music video in the background that he's also in. Who the fuck is this guy?
You can rent practice spaces that look this in Toronto. Like go in, like he's got the big. What the fuck?
I kind of like it.
Was obviously
like what? Yeah, what?
Spent a lot of money and because it's like they definitely have like a very orc-core.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think it is because there's like a flag in the background for what has to be a band that like has played Pooza Fest. Yeah, called Chin Up, but it's like a UFO abducting pizza slices.
I'm so confused by this. I thought we would figure it. I saw the porno guitar and I was like, we'll watch this and figure it out together. I'm now 300% more confused than I was before going into this. And this guy has
there's only 2 other videos on the channel.
Yeah. Oh, seems to be maybe an original
Should
song.
we watch the video that was on
is that what this is? Hypocritical, maybe? Yeah.
Hypocritical. Let's watch Hypocritical because this is what was playing. This is like a high production value.
Oh,
so he's vaping. Okay, so
is it a comedy thing?
I don't.
This is so bizarre.
So okay, this is like a actual camera, whatever music video. They're in like a cabin that's like all very ornate wood carvings.
Okay, that's what it is. He's a rapper first. That's what it is. That explains it a little bit more. He's probably like a battle rapper in his town that he lives in.
This guy comes up to do King of the Dot. Yeah, he's got a Kansas City Chiefs hat on. I think maybe they're joking.
I think they're joking in the way that a battle rapper, white rapper, is joking, where you're like, I know that you think you're joking about something, but the things that are funny about this are all the exact opposite of what you think is the funny part. You know?
Yeah.
I think,
okay.
But I don't think the Avril cover was a joke. And where do you get that porno guitar from? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm looking up sexy porno guitar.
Well, while you're doing that,
here I found Chin Up the band. I don't know if it's a different logo, but it does. They are a pumped up pop punk positivity party. So that does.
Oh my god, that sounds like a nightmare.
Seem like this could be our boys. Okay, I mean I'll do some research here while.
Draw me a link to that band. But while we're checking that out, here's Avril Lavigne, "Bite Me," covered by Phoenix and Sirius, spelled like Sirius XM, but I don't think it's all of Sirius XM doing it. Oh yeah, this probably isn't the band, but this is hilarious looking. What is this?
Yeah.
Fan?
Also, I guess when you don't have XM, it's just Sirius spelled like the star or whatever, right? Or is that like probably named after some like Greek god or something?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Who cares?
It's derived from the Greek word.
I just thought the height disparity was interesting, and I can't tell which one's Phoenix and Sirius, and I also can't tell how old they are.
Yeah, they shouldn't stand beside each other. It's like really distracting. And I think they are either like younger than us, like they're either early 30s or
50.
They're fucking 50. Yeah.
But like, look at what this video looks like, and think about how this song itself is not even very old. Like this video is from November 2021.
Right. This is a recent,
Can you taste that?
They most recently did a zombified cover of "Falling in Reverse." They've covered a song from the Last of Us soundtrack. We're just a normal couple who shares a huge passion in music and wanted to share it with you, smiley face. So they're a couple. They're actually a couple. That's cute.
With that height disparity, they must really get along.
Yeah, seriously.
As a towering man, I could never date someone that much shorter than I.
She almost gives me a little bit of Angel Mommy vibes, actually. Kind of a pop punk Angel Mommy.
Totally.
So yeah, that's
a category that I'm interested in.
I feel like if the right people helped them out, if Angel Mommy went pop punk, she has like about 3 more months to do it, and it would really pop off. So this is a vocal cover. Now this one's not Smule, but unfortunately, I'm so glad I paused it before he sang so that you could hear it. Oh my god, this is called Sing Play. So we might have to look into what Sing Play is, because as you'll hear in a second, some beautiful vocal production in this app. This is uploaded by someone named Surikato. There's no information at all, and there's 9 views, and also it was uploaded 3 days ago as of recording time. So this is somebody singing the song on the Sing Play app.
Hey you should've known better to fuck with someone like me. Hey you, forever and ever you're gonna wish you was happy. Don't act so innocent.
I mean, I don't even know how the music is.
This was no accident. How is your plan this in the end?
So I want people to know also that the body that's singing this gorgeous melody is like an incredibly German looking bald, like IT for like a German newspaper guy, and his eyes closed just means it.
But then
it's a cell phone video. Yeah.
But the upload has like a blurred out version of him also in the background in like a very strange. I would actually describe it as trippy. Everything about this is really tripping me out.
It's kind of like, you know, when you have any sort of footage that's like a different aspect ratio, and oftentimes you'll see that effect like in the sports highlights, archiving of music in music documentary, right? Where you like you'll sort of blur out and sort of get some sense of the same action, but this is like not blurred out enough. So yeah, it's like
from the front yard, sprinklers on the rest in the backyard. Should I have a gun just say goodbye?
We might have to spend some time with this app, man.
Your life, just face it, we didn't make
Why does it sound like the song's playing twice? Also, the music.
I want to listen to another one.
Should have known better to fuck with someone like me.
Like, how is this song in here at least twice?
I don't remember. This guy's whole channel, he covers seemingly the entire Avril record, and then also, like, there's a dozen Papa Roach songs here. But I think they're all new. I've never heard any of them.
He also did a... Wait, we need to see this. It's one video that's not. This is a castle tour in Germany.
Okay, so he is German.
I guess. I mean, I'm just guessing.
Or at least he's been to
Castle
Germany.
Cult Tour Best of Vorderer Westen. Maybe it's not in Germany. I just was assuming.
The classic Castle soundtrack is bumping there.
Yeah, it's just like footage of. This is delightful. I was hoping he'd be in This guy loves tunes. There's one thing about this guy, he fucking loves his tunes. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is the biggest tune man. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to bring the tempo up a lot, and then I'm going to bring it down, okay? And then we're going to end. Okay. Does that sound good? Is everyone ready for that journey?
I'm ready to go up and then down and then finish.
So we're gonna start with KERZ remix of "Bite Me." This is from SoundCloud. KERZ. It's fucking tight as hell. There's a lot of remixes of this song on SoundCloud.
Okay. Don't act so innocent. This was no accident. You planned this in the end, and
it's incredible. This is the stuff that makes me be like, this is the kind of thing where I'm like, now we have to have a live show. So you can listen to this. Like,
so you can put it on a playlist. Wow. Freelance writers that we know talk to us, and no one listens to it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is so sick. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, I'm doing the sexiest dances right now. I'm making.
You want me to try to draw what that would look like?
I'm making bass face. Oh, god damn.
Don't hold your
Yeah, we gotta listen. I just want to hang out and talk to freelance writers while this plays in the background.
So there's a ton of sick Bite Me remixes on SoundCloud. This one is the Marlito UK hardcore mix, and in all caps, this is how you know it's a good hardcore mix. In all caps, it says "skip 30 seconds" in the title because they've uploaded it with 30 seconds of silence in front. I mean, that's how you know it's legit, really. I think.
Oh, Marlito, hold me tighter. Yes.
I mean, every song should start with a few bars of this.
Bite me. Bite me.
This is so good.
Forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey.
Oh my god.
Imagine pounding the hardcore art bag to this.
Oh, slamming our bags. I love how many people sing it as hey. God, we have to do another live.
Do you think it's ever gonna come in?
Can you imagine having a conversation while this plays in the background?
It's true.
You should've known better to fuck with someone like me. Forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey. Should've held on, should've treated me right. I gave you one chance, you don't get it twice. And we'll be together never, so baby you can bite me.
I never know when to stop these because it's like,
well, it's just never do.
It's so much build. Maybe there's so many remixes because of Marshmallows involved in it.
I think that's
Don't look so innocent. This was no accident. You
I mean, I gotta skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah, let's see
what happens later.
You should've known better to fuck with someone like me.
Oh my god, yes.
You should've known better to fuck with someone.
I can't believe
that's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I can't believe how good that is.
Woo. Yeah, we gotta listen to this at the
maybe
pizza
we should
place
make we should make a playlist like this and then have like a pod Zumba session in Toronto.
Oh, that would be so good. Everyone loves Zumba.
Okay, the final from the Pumped Up Jam Zone. This is a bit of a chiller. This is Ronan's Teenage Fantasy mix of Bite Me. This would actually be good for the background of the.
Yeah, this is cool. This is like primitive radio gods.
You should've known better to fuck with someone like me. Forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey.
What's like I'm talking? It's not mine.
This was no accident. You
So nice. I love the photo that accompanies it too. April's so down to earth sometimes.
It's true. It's just like us.
Just face it, you didn't make it. You bit off more than you could chew. Can you taste it?
I think this one goes to some pretty cool places, but you know. That's for everyone on their own time. Discover Ronan's Teenage Fantasy mix of
Yeah,
Bite
we're
Me.
all going on our own journeys here. Yeah,
we are. So, and here's the thing. Now we're gonna chill out even more, but they're all good. We've made it through the toughest part of the show, which was probably, I think.
I mean, it was all delightful. Which part of that did you think was tough?
The karaoke app, maybe, or maybe the
no, but that was like
the Soundhoose cover. But I thought we deserved like a nice acoustic, and this one I just thought was a real nice, pleasant one. From this kid. This is Jordan Vargas doing this.
Yes. Jordan Vargas in a house that has like some nice throw pillows. Got one behind him that says "Joy."
Because also keep in mind this song came out end of last year, so it was like Probably everyone's going home for Christmas playlist had Bite Me on it.
Oh, yeah.
This is so nice, Jordan.
Yeah, this is beautiful. It's a good song.
It's so good. The little pre-chorus hits are so good. Bit off more than you can chew, though. Is that too much biting, or is that the perfect amount of biting in a song about biting? I don't know. It feels like a mixed metaphor a little bit. Bit off more than you can chew, bite me. That you've already bit off more than you can chew. Why would you bite my ass? Is really the issue.
Right? Yeah, that's. It's yeah. You know what? I feel like if we were to have, say, like one of our many professional poet friends on the pod, they might take some issue with
yeah
the clunkiness that you're describing.
I don't know. That professional poet guy just fucking loved poems too much. It's kind of. All right, couple more. This one I thought was interesting because it's ukulele, which makes me go, blah, but it's fingerstyle, which makes me go, oh.
This is you're making all the meme faces to this.
This is Ju Chuva with Kima Music. Even the normal strum, is this like a baritone uke or something?
Yeah, it just seems like a really big uke or a small.
It has a nice sound to it. When you can see the waveform, this is how you got to do covers. The person playing ukulele, their computer's capturing the waveform in real time, so you know that they're not faking it, unless they keyed in the waveform after, I guess. But you'd have to be a psycho to do that.
No, yeah, that's this is fucking awesome. This is great. See, like the thing about uke is like it's so risky, but if you're gonna do something this fucking good, I'm gonna love it.
Exactly. I'm gonna wish uke was my wifey, because I love the instrument now.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, here's a sad piano cover made with a video show. Again, a video that looks like it's from 1997, which is from probably
this looks like the Jeep ads that I showed you that are literally 12 years old.
This is from January 2022. This is Carolyn Element, who says, "This is currently my favorite song. I'm literally addicted." 14 views and 0 likes or dislikes, but this is beautiful. Caroline, you're in your element, truly. That chord. Is there someone watching TV in the background? I heard some. Oh, so nice. Oh my God, Carolyn Element.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's fucking
probably
awesome.
Probably not this person's real surname, but that would be pretty cool if your surname was Element.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Gonna maybe go somewhere with that, but then my brain was like, "Shut the fuck up." So I will.
Yeah, back into the Elements riff. Promising. It's quite promising.
We'll work on it. We'll master the Element riff. We've made a lot of big problems. There's a real when Carolyn comes over, we could say, "Oh, there's an element in the room." Are you going to address the element in the room?
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
So there's been a lot of kalimba, like thumb piano covers, but none quite like this. This one is just so delightful. They went down to the stream. They got some of their vintage filters on their camera. It's probably...
It looks like it was filmed on Hipstamatic.
Yeah, like using the Prequel app, all the filters at once. This is also...
the iPhone 4 for this.
Fish the Musician is the name. Recorded this short cover by the River Bank. Enjoy. Avril is my friend's favorite artist. If you're watching this, I hope you enjoy and have a nice holiday. See you next year. Well, who's your friend? I mean, that's not very clear. Is it me? I like Avril. Am I your friend?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I think so. I think if you're reading this, it's the friend is you.
This is in Thailand. Let's check it out. So nice. Also, this could easily be be a quartet song if a bunch of drums came in.
Totally. Yeah.
So I think we can do our final thoughts over this nice kalimba. I mean, I just want to say, I actually keep loving this song more the more we do this. I wish we could almost do this all over again because I'm very addicted to this song. So I love it. And maybe, I feel like some of these, like this one and Transparent Soul are like made the pop punk industry plant bullshit thing worthwhile, I think.
Yeah, like there's a way of like something like really cool coming out of something that's been kind of dispiriting sometimes. And like honestly though, like as great as this fucking song is, like I was wrong about it and everything about it is fucking cool and I'm gonna jog to it and I'm gonna love it. I just want to listen to 410 now.
Fair enough.
For this week's Avril Facts, I'm consulting an analog source again. So this is Avril Trivia from 2003. Birthday, 27th of September 1984. Star sign, Libra. Hometown, Napanee, Ontario. Shoe size 7. Height 5'1". Hair colour blonde. Eye colour blue-green. Favourite colour black or red. Favourite pizza topping, olives. Favourite clothes, Dickies. Shoes, Osiris. Oddest skill, she can bite her own toes. Favourite cosmetics, rock moisturiser, MAC nail polish. Avril's middle name is shrouded in secrecy because she doesn't like it. Most bets are on Ramona. Avril says she carries only one suitcase while on the road, which contains 5 pairs of pants, 7 t-shirts, 2 sweaters, 1 coat, a few pairs of shoes, a chapstick, some MAC nail polish in black. Avril claims she washes her hair only once a week, using random samples of shampoos from hotels. She wears eyeliner, mascara, a bit of shadow, but refuses lipstick, foundation, powder or blush. Her hair is kept straight with an anti-frizz product, although one rumour suggests she actually uses mayonnaise. When Much Music offered the chance to meet Avril in person as a competition prize, over 5,000 fans turned up. Avril uses a camouflage lunchbox for her purse. In November 2002, Avril became a character in the computer game The Sims alongside Beyoncé, LL Cool J and Ludacris, who were all appearing in exclusive scenes available only on AOL. In late 2002, a computer virus called Lerva, Avril backwards, affected machines in 107 countries. If she could write her own entry in a musical encyclopedia, Avril would say, "Young spirited Energizer Battery Bunny." Avril has been playing drums part-time for years. Backstreet Boy Nick Carter asked Avril to sing on his solo album, but she declined, saying, "It's not really my thing." Justin Timberlake had said he would love to tour with her, and British chickie chappie Robbie Williams has made it known he wants to duet with a young rocker. And finally, if Avril wasn't a rock star, she'd like to be a cop, because it's a job with great emotions and danger. Avril Facts.
Welcome back to the show. You know, it's kind of rocker chick month with Avril, and I wanted to invite on the primo rocker chick that I know.
Huge praise. The primo rocker chick that you know.
Welcome back to the show, Yasi from Bandsplain. Yasi, do you consider yourself a rocker chick?
No, not like publicly.
I know. I figured it's kind of one of those turns of phrases that is so disgusting that I thought, what better way to lead than with the most disgusting phrase I can think of.
Who am I kidding? Of course I'm a rocker chick, babe. Guitar rock music forever. I have the devil horns right here in your face. This is an audio only podcast. You can't see it, but I am holding them up.
You can hear them. You can hear the air moving in
exactly
devil horn formation. What about yeah. Because I feel like, what else does Avril Lavigne call herself? The motherfucking princess? Does that resonate with you? I'm the motherfucking princess?
No. Let me be really clear. First of all, I'm very surprised that you guys are doing Avril. Like, you're really running out of shit to talk about. Is okay, but like, I'm a little old, right? So like, Avril, this is the 20-year anniversary of her first album is this year. So
big fact drop. Got a real music podcaster on the show who knows
Babe,
facts.
You know how I do. I have a Google Doc right in front of me just to come on your little dumb podcast. Just kidding. I don't want to let my fans down. No, but that was like what? So the 2002, I was in college. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't, like, of course I liked the songs because they were like fun and cool and funny. But actually, let me take that. They were fun and funny, but they weren't cool per se.
weren't cool.
Like no one was like, "Ooh, Skater Boy with an eye, what a sick song!" Oh, her tie, hell yeah!
Also.
Let me get one of those ties, babe. You know, like
of course. And I know. I mean, I'm just being a dick because that's the only thing I know how to do, really. But obviously, you know, I'm also old, and we've already talked about this. But Avril Lavigne was like seemed horrible to me at the time, but. You know,
I liked it. I was like into it.
But culturally, you know, you and I have been through some shit culturally since then. We've watched the ebbs and flows of culture and cool and all these things happen.
The vibe shifts.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So now that enough time has passed, I'm interested. Even that you said you're surprised we did Avril Lavigne. You know, in the like post emo night space that we now occupy culturally, in the post Bandsplain space, in all these things,
post Bandsplain universe that we currently live in.
I guess my first question to you is like, knowing all that we know now about humanity and about subcultures, do you think that Avril Lavigne is punk?
No, but I wanted to ask you because I'm like actually really interested in why it is that we've like reset back to pop punk and only pop punk multiple times. Like it's like you would think that, for example, like grunge was super popular, right? But it doesn't, we don't tend to go back there, right? There's not like a grunge revival very often. And if it is, it's sort of like
it's pop punk still secretly. It's like Charlie Bliss where it's like, I know you're serving grunge, but it's pop punk still. I can hear the pop
it's
punk.
Just and I'm so curious, and I do think like she definitely kind of capitalized on the most like leaning into the pop part of pop punk, where like the punk was largely aesthetic. You know, it was largely the tie and like the little bracelets, because like if you put on like I'm With You, a goddamn gorgeous beautiful song, it's my favorite Avril Lavigne song.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's not one like there's not one trace of punk in that song. It's just a pure perfect pop ballad.
So so even though you've lived through it all culturally, you still come back to that person who was like actually going to Soma or whatever when you were a teenager. Like you still think that punk has a defined meaning.
That I'm still a purist.
Yeah, well, just because I think.
Listen, just because you can buy a Cramps T-shirt at the H&M now doesn't mean, which you absolutely can. You absolutely can buy a Cramps T-shirt.
I mean, it's probably a great bargain.
No, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything anymore. You're right. It literally doesn't.
If one sweatshop worker gets into punk rock because they made a Cramps T-shirt, then job well done, H&M.
We're talking about Bite Me today, right?
Yeah.
Bite Me is like really classically pop punk though, right? In like the Paramore style of pop punk.
It feels like it's I want to go back to your question because I think it's really interesting.
Okay.
Why do we always go back to pop punk? And
yeah.
I think it's just because it's. I guess actually I want to respond to that question with the question that we've been having in this episode, which is not only do we keep going back to pop punk, but for some reason in this current iteration of going back to pop punk, you sound like Paramore, like you said. I feel like it is like all the Excel spreadsheets must be studying emo night playlists and like finding the
shout out
perfect.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Exactly. But visually this time around, for some reason, everyone's dressed like they're in the Casualties. And I don't understand how that's why do they have to look street punk? And we were thinking that it's maybe because, you know, the normal like punk clothes, like skate punk clothes, for example, like Dickies, that's just normal clothes now. Everyone wears Dickies and Vans.
Streetwear became just completely normal clothes like that. Everyone wears it. It used to be like just like the skate kids wore it, and then you had like jocks wore Abercrombie or whatever, and like that's just not how it is anymore.
So now, if you want to seem punk, you have to dress like you're in the Casualties. Is our guess.
You straight up need like fucking parachute pants with zippers on them, and like like a Doc Marten with like a 6-inch like platform. Like it's wild. Like some of the shit, I'm just like, babe, nobody dressed like that. Like sometimes like we'd go to like the Japanese punk shop on Melrose, which I think is still there, and we go to buy like creepers or whatever. Right. But like in a head to toe look of that, it like wasn't very, like even like the like anarcho punk or like, whatever, like they wore like vests with patches and stuff, but they weren't like in all this shit.
No, like maybe like a Japanese D-beat guy would dress like that or something, but not
totally.
Like it's really, you're right. It's so weird.
But I guess it really harkens back to like 70, like, 76, 77, like Sex Pistols punk, like British, like Vivienne Westwood,
Well, I'm not sure how MGK brained you are, but he does have a song on his new album called Sid and Nancy. So it's for some reason, and it sounds it's like the least punk song on the album as well.
Do you know that Sid Vicious apparently popularized the safety pin trend amongst punks? Like that was him, because he only owned 2 pairs of pants, and one of them he hated, and so he one day, like in a fit of rage, ripped down, like cut open the entire side, but then he still had to wear them because he only had 2 pairs of pants. And he didn't know how to sew, so he just safety pinned it all the way up, and then people started copying him.
That's amazing. So, I mean, really, and maybe that is all it is just like visually, aesthetically, because you're right, musically, it all does sound. I mean, Bite Me sounds like Paramore, but it also kind of just sounds like Third Eye Blind or something, too.
Yeah, like with like a little sass, Yeah. But yeah, structurally, it's like, like a pop song. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the Slits, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Do you like it, Bite Me?
I love it. I fucking love it. My one of my best friends, Alice, is like obsessed with Avril. Like she, instead of saying God, she says Avril. She'll be like, praise Avril, or like pray to Avril. And I'm always like, okay. But I haven't really followed the career. I loved the first album, and like maybe I checked in with the second album because it had like a couple of good songs. But Bite Me is a fucking banger. The rest of the album is sort of like whatevs, but it's a goddamn gorgeous.
How do you
song.
feel about culturally, talking about the various vibes over the years? How do you feel about her use of the word wife? Wish I was your wifey? Because does that feel like 2012 to you to say that kind of?
I mean, if we're gonna get into the weeds of lyrics, what I really need to talk about, and I know this is not about that, is the song that she did with Mod Sun called Flames. Do you know this song?
Yeah, of course.
That song is a war crime. It's so horrible. And there's a lyric where he says, "Talk about you all the time. I am your narcissist." That's not what it doesn't transfer that way. You can't be someone's narcissist. It's literally a self-reflexive, truly gorgeous. So like, I think I was way more fixated on that, and I was not thinking about her use of wifey. But wifey is a hip hop term, right? Initially, and that's another point. It's like there's so much this like melding of hip hop and pop punk, because hip hop became popular music, right? Like pop music became hip hop. And MGK, your friend,
I wish. Oh my god.
He was a rapper, correct?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's doing his pop punk, and it's just it's all much like how in the late 70s in England the punks hung out with the Rastas. Punky reggae party. This is a punky hip hop party. And no, it's literally nothing like that. I don't know what's happening. Was Mod Sun a rapper? I don't know much about
Mod Sun. is from like, I think a sort of alternative press kind of like Warped Tour emo band called, it's called like Scary Kids, Scaring Kids or something. He loves wordplay, as you've learned.
He's a poet.
His new single is called Rich Kids Ruin Everything. I highly recommend checking it out. It's the pre-chorus. I saw your new TikTok. Oh my God, you're so punk rock. And then he's just talking about, and then I saw your new IG. Oh my God, you're so edgy. It's really
That's a good wordplay, I must say.
Yeah.
Did you look into Bite Me at all? Into the writing credits?
Yes, like Marshmallow being there.
No, this is the most unhinged grouping of people. Marshmallow, the dude from Goldfinger, who I know is like a big,
he's like the daddy of all this shit.
Yeah, but like still, for some legitimacy. And then Mod Sun and Avril, like what is this?
And Travis, of course, too.
Travis only did production. He didn't write on the song.
True, but he's drumming on it too, and I feel like the tempo is one of the characters in this universe is Travis playing with the tempo, I think.
Do you think they were excited to work together for their shared ska pasts, Travis and John Feldman? Because Goldfinger was a third wave ska band, much like the Aquabats.
I mean,
Travis Barker's former band.
I would guess that Travis and John have probably done like 300 songs together in the last 5 years. So I feel like they don't even. It's probably just like punching in.
Right. They don't have time to reminisce about
exactly
the third wave ska.
But I do think what you're talking about, the punky hip hop party, it does kind of all hinge around Travis, because he'll be like working on he'll be making like the terrible mall pop punk that I love so much, and then he'll be working with like those rappers horror where it's spelled with 9s, or like he's like on so much cutting edge shit. So he's kind of like doing everything, and I think it's probably because it's so easy to just show up and quickly drum and then leave. Like he can just do whatever he wants.
MGK had Trippie Redd on a song, right? That song that samples Operation Ivy. Yeah. This samples Knowledge. I'm saying it's getting real fucking crazy. Like maybe, and I can't see it, but I'd love your thoughts. Is this finally going to give way to a fourth wave ska? Like, are we hurtling towards the ska revival? Those pants.
I think we've missed it. I think that the ska that was in the air, there was like some ska in the air about a year ago. And then I actually think that ska is maybe the most gatekept right now, because they don't want to joke about it. Like everyone would be like, "Oh, I love ska. I want to bring back Real Big Fish and N64 music," and people are like, "No. The specials. You need to know your shit," like that kind of stuff. So
it's kind of true. I mean, you saw though that people lost their minds when Jesse Michaels and Tim Timebomb did a little impromptu performance of an Op Ivy song this year.
Right. Yeah.
So who knows?
It's everything, but maybe that's the thing, is like maybe all of this is happening with Avril and Punk Jackets and hip hop and MGK and John Feldman and fucking Marshmello.
And Marshmello right in the mix, babe.
Maybe this is what happens, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Maybe it is because there wasn't enough gatekeepers to hold all of this stuff in, and it just all like spilled out into the studio, and now it's a big mush of what I think is interesting. But
I mean, I think like nothing is safe from capitalism being co-opted by capitalism, except for like maybe like noise music. You know what I mean? Like, so punk was just like anything that got popular enough was just wholesale co-opted by capitalism, and like thusly, it's like can it still be punk? I don't know. Like,
yeah,
who knows?
I would even
spiritually.
I would almost argue that noise music secretly kind of was co-opted too by like Skrillex or something. Like some of that is like straight like Wolf Eyes shit.
Just because you don't like it doesn't make it noise music. Yeah, I don't know. My friend today was like asking me, she was like how did Avril come back? And I was like, I think it's because her old songs blew up on TikTok. Is that right? Is that like what kind of got her back in the cultural conversation?
It could be. Yeah, like her album before this was definitely more like serious ballads, and
yeah, well, because she's an incredible singer, isn't she? From some like literal like tiny hole in the wall town in Canada,
in Ontario. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I should probably remember, but she is from.
It's like Neiman. It's like Neiman's Creek or something. No, it's Napanee.
Neiman's Creek. That's what it's called.
It's called Neiman's Creek.
Yeah, and
I'm going to make a TV show called Neiman's Creek.
Her being like so good at singing ballads too is the other reason why I think it felt when I was younger like she was a industry plant, whatever that is, or like manufactured. But at this point, it's been so long that she actually just feels like she's living her truth on a song like Bite Me.
Oh, totally. I saw her at a party maybe like a year ago, and there was a skate ramp at the party. And she did drop in, babe.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Holy
and she was
shit.
She was with Maud Sun and Brody Jenner, because she used to date Brody Jenner. And I felt like I was losing my mind.
That's incredible.
I felt like I was having a stroke, but it all really happened, really and I was like, oh.
All of this does just feel like one big stroke, doesn't it?
Avril's boyfriend before Maud Sun was a literal billionaire.
So that's because this song is about like romance gone wrong,
Yeah, who do you think it's about?
Hold up, real quick. One more thing about kind of the slang, because another thing that I feel like have people sincerely said "bite me" without irony in like 25 years, 30 years? Like that feels also like I don't feel like young people. If she's writing for TikTok, no one's saying "bite me" on there, are they? That's like Full House speak.
No, but she's like 38 years old. Right. She's not a teen. So I think, that's how that works out.
Fair enough. I mean, I just, I feel like I could see you saying "bite me." I feel like you have a lexicon of.
Bite me is a very 90s term. And as I love 90s everything, including the terminology. I think more people should say it.
It's pretty. We looked up the etymology of it, and it does come from "bite me in the ass." Is like officially where that.
Where does "bite me in the ass" come from? You didn't go back far enough.
I guess so.
You're like, oh yeah, it comes from the famous saying "bite me in the ass" that everyone knows is from Shakespeare. Like, what do you?
Yeah, true. I guess kind of more of a vibe-based show. We don't really get to the bottom of things. So.
You're like, we don't have a Google Doc. We're just full vibes, no facts, just vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Just 3 hours of just blabbing away in circles.
Do you think that the AO part of this song is like a nod to her Canadianism?
That's a good call. I was thinking about that. I wasn't sure if it was like a Marshmello thing. Like maybe it came from, because like, what do you think Marshmello contributed to this song? Who is there actually a person under that?
Yeah, is he the one with the big white head with the X's on the eye?
Yeah, he's like the bucket head of EDM. Exactly.
Right, totally. Isn't there another one?
There's Dead Mouse with a 5.
Yeah, they're
Who's
so
Canadian?
smart.
I think Dead Mouse might be Canadian. Maybe not. I can't remember. I don't know who this song would be about, but the weird thing is the album's called Love Sucks. All of the songs are about it, and she co-wrote them all with Maudson, who is now her fiance. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Well, I think she met him in the making of this album, so clearly she had the material from a prior relationship.
Right. So you think?
Oh, you think it was hard for his fragile ego?
That's got to be hurtful to just be hanging out with Av, and she's just like talking about, wish I was your wife.
She's saying that they suck, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
It's true. I was also let's talk. I forgot about Brody Jenner. That's incredible. But I mean, the 1-2 of Derek Whibley and Chad Kroeger is like, that's an all-time coupling. And I kind of feel like Maudson is in a way a cross between those two guys. Just kind of if you look at him.
The range of this woman, like Sum 41, right over to Chad Kroeger's This Is How You Remind Me. Goddamn gorgeous, beautiful song. Sorry, we won't put disrespect on Chad Kroeger's name in this.
I would like to know. Yeah, what's your take on Nickelback?
I think they have some fucking bangers. I'm sorry to report it. There's no getting around it.
Absolutely.
This Is How You Remind Me was the #1 most played song on American radio in 2000 to 2010. The whole decade.
That's unreal, actually.
I want you to take that inside. I want you to let that sink in. Brody Jenner, kind of a wild card. The Billionaire, missed opportunity. There was also another guy who I think was in the band that opened for her on tour.
Oh yeah.
His name is like Nick Jones, not to be confused with Nick Jonas.
Yeah,
Pete Jonas. His name is Pete Jonas, but he's like not related to the Jonas Brothers.
Wilmer Valderrama too.
Did she date Wilmer Valderrama?
I think so. Yeah, she dated him briefly after she divorced Derek.
Gorgeous.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
I mean, who has he not dated though? That guy has quite a track record.
Lohan. I wonder what he's up to these days.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you don't think it's about Chad Kroeger? I don't think it's about Chad Kroeger either.
No, they're like super tight.
They're like besties,
yeah,
right?
He was helping out her because her last album was like kind of about how she had Lyme disease, I think. Was kind of the theme, and then he was like, I think, helping out with her charity and stuff. He's still down for the cause, and I think she was recently hanging out with Derek Whibley too. Like she really knows how to patch things up, which I like.
Maybe she's just an epic storyteller, and none of this is true or real.
like she doesn't even exist at all.
Well, just like what's popular with teen girls, like people they love a vindictive. love narrative story, right?
That's true. That is true.
Olivia Rodrigo song is super huge. I can't tell you the name because I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll pretend.
You know,
I've intentionally not listened to her because I feel like I'm too old and straight white guy to listen to that and have an opinion
She's definitely in the pop punk universe.
That's what I've gleaned that much, but I feel like if I listen to it and have a take, then I should be arrested or taken out back and shot. So I don't
like you're going to be put on some sort of watch list. Like your neighbors are going to have to know where you live, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, real quick, finally, because what you just said reminded me of it. We have not talked about this yet this month, and I'm afraid we're not going to have time to. But have you heard anything about the Avril Melissa conspiracy that she was swapped out with someone else? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Wait, what? Who's Melissa? What the fuck? Is this a Canadian thing?
No,
this fully sounds like some sort of Canadian thing.
Everything I say is a Canadian thing too.
The Avril and Melissa conspiracy?
Avril Lavigne replacement conspiracy theory. There's a conspiracy theory throughout the web that Avril Lavigne died in 2003 and was replaced by a body double named Melissa Vandella. And there's evidence all over the internet. It's very similar to like the Paul McCartney conspiracy theory, or even the Andrew WK one, which I think is true. But there's people out there who believe that Avril Lavigne is dead.
There's a Rivers Cuomo one too that people think that Rivers Cuomo is actually Kurt Cobain. You've never heard this?
No.
Because
wow.
Weezer appeared right after Kurt Cobain died.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I really need to like give it its due time and really dig into the Melissa thing, but I don't know. I mean, first thoughts, you think it's real?
No, I mean, I think she has a really unmistakable face, and it's the same face as it was when she first came out with the tie and the big pants or whatever. Like, that's the exact same face. So,
it's true.
Unless they gave her some like real good reconstructive surgery to Melissa.
Maybe it's a little too good is the thing. Her face.
Chad Kroegs would know. He would bust that. He would bust her. They're so close.
It's true.
He would be like, look at this photograph. It's not you.
That's true. Very good. Okay, before you go, what do you want to plug? Bandsplain, obviously, when does it come out? And Spotify,
every Thursday, new episode only on Spotify.
What bands are you splaining? Or can you tell us? Is it a secret?
No, I mean upcoming. I don't know when will this come out. This episode come out
tomorrow. Nice.
Incredible. We are in we have a bit of a longer lead time between our.
There's no edits.
Just like,
there's no
who
thought.
cares? Whatever you said, we upload it right into the episode.
Exactly.
Namaste. Okay. Well, this week is Rilo Kiley. This Thursday, and next week is Operation Ivy.
Ooh.
And the week after is Primus.
Oh my god.
I have as much range as Avril Lavigne has for Boyfriends and Partners.
Incredible.
In our Bandsplain episode.
What's like the most annoying band that people are asking you to explain?
The band's annoying, or the
just like the most punishers.
But
they won't shut up about it. Is like Grateful Dead or something. Or you've already done Grateful Dead, I think, haven't you?
No, we haven't done it. We did Fish.
Yeah.
A lot of The National, and a lot of Guided by Voices, which I love Guided by Voices, but
that one does seem perfect for all the
but
nerds.
They've put out like 40 albums. It's like would have to be like a telethon, like a 24-hour Bandsplain telethon. Like I just don't know how to do it.
The National would be so boring. Oh my god, that would be incredible.
I might do it. Low key. I like two National albums. I think they're good.
There you go. All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Josiah. Always a pleasure to be on your Canadian podcast.
For the reading this week for Bite Me, I tried to find something that I thought was funny because there's a lot you can say about Avril's exes and rumoured exes. There's some questionable people on her Who's Dated Who page. There's some people who she definitely didn't date, and it's just up there. There's some people that she's rumoured to have dated that aren't on a Who's Dated Who. And there's a guy on there who she never dated, and it's the wrong guy. It was another guy that she dated, and they just got a guy who had a similar name, and there was a photo of him. But I think it's important, most importantly, when we're talking about exes, is to talk about how two of Avril's exes have Avril tattoos. Derek, who she was married to, her first husband, he had an ace of spades or something on his wrist. And then Brody Jenner got Avril, and I think Anarchy A or a star. I'm not entirely sure. We should have probably Googled this before I just sat down to talk shit. Mod's son, who she recently got engaged to, has an Avril tattoo on the back of his neck, and he got it immediately after they finished working on the album that Bite Me comes from.
The Complaint Department. 155 Podcast.
The Complaint Department. 155 Podcast.
The Complaint Department. 155 Podcast.
Welcome to the Complaint Department. It's where we really do want to commit to doing better for you, for the listener, doing better as people, doing better. I don't know. I can't keep going along with this intro.
Better as podcasters, better as wifeys.
That's true. Yes, that's true. That's true. This week's complaint comes from somebody who appears to be using a burner account. And the name is Poo Poo Pee Pee. So I don't know. That's going to make it more confusing, but it seems like it could be. This one feels like it could be pretty. There could be some drama in here. So if this, we just watched a video that was like, if Avril's your favorite band, this is for you. This one, if you feel like this is about you, it could be. So here we go.
Hey, I just want to say, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know who you are. Fuck you.
I mean, Sam, I think you got some explaining to do.
It sounds like this could be directed at me, and I just want to say, can we take this offline, please? It's not necessary to litigate this in front of everyone on this hallowed podcast ground, but I hear you.
You're such a drama queen. That's the thing about you.
I'm addicted to the drama. Everyone knows it.
Follows you everywhere. Maybe that was a Jeep exec, actually.
I think that was for sure. Yeah, that was the inventor of the Jeep Wrangler.
John Jeep.
John Jeep themselves.